Alright. Hello and welcome back to Danganronpa V3 here. So the only thing I've added here to the skill list is I've added the thing that allows me to erase blocks during the worst minigame in the entire game. But yeah, it's the only change I've made. Again, still on mean and mean. Even though I changed on how much difficulty matters in this. I know it does for the non-stop debates, where it gives you like 5 bullets instead of 3. Even though 4 of the bullets are pretty much meaningless, or 3 of the bullets are pretty much meaningless. But yeah, let's do this. Let's do the class trial.
Now then, let's begin with a basic explanation. Screw it. This is tiresome.
You need more motivation!
I do. I really do. Now then, let's start this class trial.
Before we start, I just want to ask
But what are
something
the
since
rules to
there's not a
class
lot of us
trial?
left. What happens if the votes result in 2 first places?
Huh?
That's a good
You
question.
mean like a tie? It means they're both the blackened. As long as one of them is correct. It's fine.
Interesting. Okay.
Daddy, are you sure you should make a decision like that so casually?
Yeah, it's fine. Whatever.
Thanks. Since that's answered, I can start enjoying this life or death game now.
What game? How long are you gonna keep saying that?
Just ignore Kokichi. The rest of us need to work together to find the truth. Got it! We can't die here!
It's weird that she's energetic
Has become so
and Monokuma's
determined.
not.
It's true. People really do change.
But now she's lost what made her so unique.
Yeah, I can't do this voice for her. I have to, like, put actual thought and emotion into it.
That's none of your
Well, not during the
business.
class trial, but...
We should focus on the class trial. First, we need to clarify.
Kaito's the culprit!
No,
What?
yeah, alright.
Say that to my face!
I think you
While
did.
we were all still logged in, Kaito logged out alone, right? You were able to move freely. Doesn't that mean you could have committed the murder?
Don't screw around! There's no way I'm the culprit!
Kaito right. Kaito couldn't have killed Mew.
How long are you gonna keep saying that? Trusted people can still kill, you know. We already saw that a bunch of times. So many times. Since Kaede.
The fact that Kaito was the only one who logged out is suspicious. But he's not the culprit. He can't be. Because that'd be too obvious. We're not gonna settle the trial within 10 minutes. We gotta go at least 5 hours.
Kaito
Wait,
logged
does
out
this say
first
libel it?
by himself. Mew was still logged in, though.
Yeah, I'm getting the radio, okay.
That's when you poisoned her, right, Kaito?
Kaito culprit? Impossible!
Of course it's impossible, because I didn't do it! I mean, we found that bottle of poison on Kokichi's seat, didn't we?
The culprit was trying to pin the
Kokichi's
blame on me.
Okay.
That diversion was part of your plan, right, Kaito?
Well, Kaito, any last words?
What do you mean, last words?
First, we decide if Mew was killed in the real world or the virtual world. That's their problem in lies.
Kaito logged out first by himself. Mew was still logged in, though. That's when you poisoned her, right, Kaito?
Kaito
That's when you
culprit?
poisoned her.
Impossible!
Of course it's impossible, because I didn't do it! I mean, we found that bottle of poison on Kokichi's seat, didn't we?
The culprit was trying to pin the
Kokichi's
blame on me. That diversion was part of your plan, right, Kaito?
Well, Kaito, any last words?
What do you mean, last words?
Kaito logged out first by himself. Mew was still logged in, though. That's when you poisoned her, right, Kaito?
That's when you
Kaito
poisoned her,
culprit?
right, Kaito?
Impossible!
Of course it's impossible, because I didn't do it! I mean, we found that bottle of poison on Kokichi's seat, didn't we?
The culprit was trying to pin the blame on me. That diversion was part of your plan, right, Kaito?
That's when you poisoned her.
Kaito, any last word?
I mean, you found... Well, that'd be a truth bullet, would it not be? If, like, she's reaching out her neck as she's choking, whereas the poison kills her instantly. So maybe instead of trying to defend Kaito, we can attack Kaito. Poison is neutralized. So either we could say the poison, you know, was neutralized as, like, it was got diluted. Because no one's gonna test the poison. Or we're gonna lie and say that it isn't instantaneous, which the only person that would know that that's not true is Maki. Rice Bloodshot? I don't know, let's do the poison bottle. I don't know which way we'll go with it, but let's do the poison bottle.
Kaito logged out first, by himself. Mew was still logged in, though.
Right.
That's when he poisoned her.
Kaito culprit? Impossible!
Of course it's impossible, because I didn't do it! I mean, we found that bottle of poison on Kokichi's seat, didn't we? The culprit was trying to pin the blame on me! That diversion was part of your plan, right, Kaito?
I mean, it wasn't Kokichi's seat, but he could have placed it there.
Kaito logged out first, by himself. Mew was still logged in, though. That's when he poisoned her, right, Kaito?
I
There you
only
go.
feel the truth.
V perjury.
Wait a minute, Kokichi. Mew couldn't have been killed with poison.
I mean, that's
And it's
true,
much too
but...
early to decide that Kaito is the culprit.
But why? I think it's already too late. You guys are taking so long to realize that people can kill others in a snap.
I know Keich has forgotten about that. He's just pretending. Alright, Keich, I'll play your game. If you're gonna lie, I will
Have
too.
you forgotten? The bottle we found at the scene was an antidote, not a poison.
Not the direction I was gonna go with that. Not even remotely. I figured either we're going to say it was diluted, or that Kaito clearly did it.
It's not like
But
Mew
okay.
could have been killed by an antidote.
Well, I guess it wouldn't be... Because Kichi said that, so it couldn't be Kaito. Oh, whatever.
What? Are you serious here? Come on,
That'd be a great
Shuichi.
bullet.
That bottle definitely had poison in it. Didn't we check the label?
We're going to say we swapped the poison and the antidotes? I know that expression. Kokichi's toying with me. He knows the flaw in his argument. He's pretending not
Is
to.
this fun for you? Messing with a trial?
I mean, yeah. Obviously.
Well, I mean, this is where it gets fun for both me and the culprit. So, what's this talk about an antidote? We'll just say you misunderstood the whole thing, Shuichi. We all know you wouldn't lie.
It is good that he knows exactly when we're lying.
Of course.
It's amazing.
I'm sorry, I was just misremembering.
We're going to back out that quick. I can't let Kokichi continue this line of questioning. It'll implicate Kaido. Why is Kokichi doing this? I have no choice. I have to
But
call him on it.
Kokichi, you're misremembering as well. You were the one who told us about the warnings on the label. If you remember what was on that label, you'll see that your argument is flawed.
What warnings? Was there something like that on the label?
He's still pretending not to know.
So what does that mean?
It means that Mew couldn't have been killed with poison. That's what I'm trying to say.
What if you're mistaken about the antidote, Shuichi?
Right. Well, for now, forget the antidote.
Yeah, forget about us
Let's
blatantly
focus
lying.
on exactly what was written on that warning label. drinking the poison would result in subconjunctival hemorrhaging. In other words, your eyes would be bloodshot.
Oh, but Mew's body. That's right. Her eyes weren't bloodshot. She wasn't killed by that poison.
Then what was that poison for?
Probably a diversion. The culprit wanted us to think Mew died by poison.
Then, what was her real cause of death?
Mew's real cause death. The only thing I think of, strangulation. I mean, she was strangled. The loud noise? I mean, she was clearly strangled. But, sure, the loud noise. Nope. Didn't think so.
Oh no!
Put them on a Kuma file. The only thing I can think of. Oh, the hammer. I completely forgot about this thing because it's not relevant at all. No.
Oh no!
I mean, it's not relevant at all, but... Well, this is going well. This is going really well. I mean, she was strangled. What more do you want from me? Her avatar? She was killed with her avatar? Sure. No. Judging from the body, maybe the cause of death wasn't looking in the world. Yeah, we know that. Sure.
This is it!
Yeah, okay.
Mew's cause of death was the killing game simulator itself. In the virtual world, if your avatar takes fatal damage, your real body dies of shock. That was made clear in the program's text file.
Mew received fatal damage in the virtual world and died from that shock.
In that case, it's fair to say that the cause of death was actually the simulator.
Gonta has question. Where is this virtual world place? What floor is it on?
If you don't understand, then don't say anything.
If Mew was killed in the virtual
he won't be
world,
relevant to this case
then
at all.
the next thing we need to figure out is what caused her to incur fatal damage within the virtual world.
So
I
the
don't know,
cause of
strangulation?
death in the virtual world is the one that matters.
Oh, it seems like Gonta is confused. So why don't we review things a bit? So we split into two groups to find the secret of the outside world.
The ones who searched the mansion were me, Shuichi, Samugi, Gonta, and that NPC Kaito.
Hey, who you calling NPC, you ASS?
And the others who searched the chapel were Keyboy, Maki, Himiko, and the late Mew.
How could someone have given her fatal damage in that situation? That's what we gotta think about. Now, let's all work together.
Aww, little Himiko is all grown up. Too bad your chest hasn't grown up, though.
I'm pretty sure it's Mew's job to make that
That was
comment, but
uncalled
I
for.
guess she's dead.
Someday, my chest will grow like crazy!
Yeah, good luck with that one.
Let's begin then.
The fatal damage that Mew received in the virtual world. Let's pin that down.
In the virtual world, Miu was fatally injured. So let's focus our efforts on that first.
Whoever did that to Mew was dropped right next to her avatar. It has to be the hammer!
Or going to
No.
beat her with his bare hands.
Are we
That's
certain that
more
blood force was
realistic.
involved? I think strangulation is more likely.
Thank you.
It's
Finally.
possible she was pushed from a great height.
Could she have drowned?
That's also possible.
In the virtual world, Miu was fatally injured. So let's focus our efforts on that first.
Whoever did that to Mew was dropped right next to her avatar. It has to be the hammer!
Or going to beat her with his bare hands.
Are we certain that blunt force was involved? I think strangulation.
Thank you. Sugmock is here. She's actually a smart character in this.
Miu's
Whereas
body
no
showed
one else
severe
is.
trauma and signs of a struggle.
Yeah, she looked like she suffered. Very...
Right. And the virtual world is connected to our 5 senses. If her body experienced pain, she must have been in pain in the virtual world as well. Knowing that, I believe Maki is correct. Miu was strangled to death.
Yeah, definitely. Strangling and poison are the only methods that can make her look like she's suffocated. But we already removed the possibility of poison, so it can only be strangulation.
I mean, technically we haven't. It could be a different poison that was inflicted upon
Also,
her, but
when a victim is poisoned, they commonly grab their chest or mouth. But Miu was holding her throat. It's obvious she was trying to protect her windpipe.
which that would probably route poison.
Oh, the assassin master gets really chatty when it comes to corpses.
Which is a good skill to have in a class trial.
In that case, her exact cause of death is being strangled in the virtual world.
But is strangulation even possible in the virtual world? If the avatars were equally strong, it would be difficult to strangle a resisting victim.
Yeah, if she was just as strong as them, no way they could have strangled her.
I mean,
Then the culprit would need a tool. There are tons of cases where a weaker person would strangle a stronger person with a rope.
Wow, you know a lot about killing, nerd.
But was there even a rope in that world? I don't remember seeing one.
Then they must have used something else as a rope.
something else for a rope. I have an idea what that might be. I found during the investigation. Yup.
This is it! During the investigation, we found toilet paper outside the
Because
mansion.
objects can't break. Is this toilet paper? What would toilet paper do in here?
I'm guessing that the toilet paper was used to strangle her.
Gonta, no can ignore that!
Oh, right. Gunta doesn't know about the virtual world, so he doesn't know anything about it.
What do
Okay.
you mean, Shuichi?
Huh? What's wrong?
What, wrong? Shuichi goofing off! Not gentlemanly at all! There's no time for nonsense! You know can use toilet paper in place of rope! Would tear too easy!
I'll cut through your words! The toilet paper wouldn't tear. Because in the virtual world, objects are unbreakable. Unbreakable?
You're so dumb, Gonta. You didn't even know that?
If objects can't break in that world, then toilet paper shouldn't be able to tear. And since it couldn't tear, it could be used as a rope.
Gonta not really understand, but... Sorry, Shuichi. Gonta was wrong.
It's okay, Gonta. Don't worry about it.
Killed by toilet paper. It was a fitting end for her.
I mean, true.
A fitting end? I do not fully understand that logic.
I do.
But if Mew was killed near the chapel, why was the murder weapon by the mansion?
Maybe the culprit tried to get rid of it to destroy the evidence.
If the culprit meant to get rid of the evidence, they did a really poor job of it. There was a much better place where they could have destroyed it.
If toilet paper was the murder weapon, then what's the deal with the hammer next to her?
I honestly have no idea.
Perhaps the culprit prepared a backup weapon, just in case.
Oh, actually, now I do. No, I do.
No, the culprit didn't bring the hammer.
No? But who else but the culprit would bring a hammer?
Wait, we already know who brought the hammer. Mew.
That's it! Mew was the one who brought the hammer.
Mew bring hammer?
Remember what she told us?
I wrote the program plate all dangerous objects that could be used as weapons.
Yeah, she did say she deleted any dangerous objects.
If that were true, she wouldn't have missed something like a hammer. Meaning that Mew must have left it on purpose.
On purpose?
But why she do that?
Mew brought the hammer for sure, but what did she need it for? We make that clear.
Let's assume that Mew brought the hammer.
Why by Mew?
What was she planning to do with it?
Maybe use it to break down a wall?
Uses for a hammer. Gonta no! Mew gonna build stuff with hammer!
Probably just brought it for self-defense.
Or she secretly met up with someone. And tried to kill them with it.
I mean, you're just gonna give
Yes,
us
he
the
was
answer,
the victim.
Kokichi? Jeez. At least make this fun, Kokichi. You can't just
Let's
give us
assume
the
that Mew
answer
brought
like
the hammer.
that.
What was she planning to do with it?
Maybe use it to break down a wall?
Uses for a hammer. Gonta no! Mew gonna build stuff with hammer!
She probably just brought it for self-defense.
Or she secretly met up with someone. I agree.
Mew was gonna meet up with someone in the virtual world.
Mm-hmm. With me. I was supposed to meet up with Mew on the roof of the mansion.
What? Is that true?
I overheard them talking about it at the chapel.
By the way, Mew asked to meet up with me before we went into the virtual world. I totally forgot where we were supposed to meet, so good thing Keyboy spied on us.
Wait, so Mew called Kokichi out?
If Mew brought the hammer, I wonder what she was planning to do with it.
Kokichi already figured it out. She was planning to, well, kill Kokichi. Yes, confess her love for Kokichi. Yes, clearly.
That's it! She was trying to kill Kokichi.
She was what?
Yep, she plotted to meet up with me and then kill me with the hammer. If you want to prove this, you'll need to figure out Mew's plan, okay?
Mew's plan, eh? I'm sure if I analyze the clues we found, I can figure some out. Alright, let's do it. Hey, Psychic Taxi. Which, the only thing that annoys me about this minigame is that the lane dividing lines are yellow. Because they should be white. And I'm pretty sure that's universal. Granted, it might look better with the color scheme. That's probably why they did it. But it's just wrong. I mean, I guess in real life, flames don't just kind of end just that randomly. But, oh well. Who tried to kill Kokichi? I don't know. It might be Gonta. Maybe it was Rantaro. You know, he had that video. I don't know. Thank you. Yeah, like clear lines being like purple, I don't mind as much because the city's purple and therefore it reflects that purple light. You know, sure. Not realistic, but I mean, who cares for the color scheme? Where was me trying to kill Kokichi? I mean, it's on the rooftop. Oh, the virtual world. I thought, like, which building was gonna be, you know, specifics. No, just, yeah, which world? Yeah, the afterlife, clearly. What was a bottle of poison doing on Kokichi's seats? Okay. I assume hide the death method, or disguise it. A decoy. Yeah, divert attention.
She wanted it to appear as if Kokichi was killed in the real world.
She placed the poison on my seat to make us think the murder happened in the real world.
She did that too?
What? Miu was the one who put that poison bottle there?
Yeah, she just last to log in.
No, that ain't right. Something's definitely weird about that.
It is?
When could Miu have put the poison there?
If she did place the poison without us noticing, then she must have logged out at some point.
No.
And then what? She logged back in?
Kokichi, weren't you in the salon around that time? Did you see her log in or log out at all?
Nope, I didn't see that at all.
If she hadn't logged in or out, then Miu couldn't have placed the poison.
Who put poison
I
bottle?
missed it.
The only person who logged out early was Kaito.
That is true.
Kaito, your grave just got 10 feet deeper.
No, it wasn't me, guys. When could Miu have put the poison there?
If she
All right.
did,
Placed the poison without us noticing, then she must have logged out at some point.
And then what? She logged back in?
Kokichi, weren't you in the salon around that time? Did you see her log in or log out at all?
Nope, I didn't see that at all.
If she hadn't logged in or out, then you could...
There we go.
It was Mew who planted the poison on Kokichi's chair. She had plenty of time to do it.
Is this a record of who went in and out of the virtual world?
That's right. It says that Mew was the last of us to log in.
Yeah, what about it?
If she logged in last, she would have had time to move around in the real world after the previous person logged in.
That right. She could have placed poison bottle on Kokichi's seat.
This was all part of Mew's plan. She tried to kill me in the virtual world, make us think it happened in the real world, then pin the crime on Kaito.
Well, that's not my fault.
Which is why she manually logged you out, just for that purpose.
So she did that to me?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm positive of that. Mew used a method only she could use to log Kaito out manually.
The cell phone.
This is it! It was the cell phone found by Mew's avatar. That cell phone worked the same way as the phone in the salon. It logs used. I verified this myself when I spoke Kaito's name into it.
He logged out, just as I thought.
I see. With that cell phone, she could force anyone to log out at any time.
But Mew never mentioned a cell phone, right?
Or the
That's
hammer.
what Shuichi referred to when he mentioned a method only she could use. She kept the cell phone a secret on purpose, so she could use it for the murder.
So, she really was planning a murder.
And she tried to set me up.
Well, I knew that from the start.
Then why did you say I was the culprit?
Because I wanted to get it through your thick skull. People you trust and defend will ultimately betray you. This is a game of suspicion. Well, I think your ideals should stay the same. Because phonies like you are what make the game more interesting. Don't you agree, Monokuma?
Oh, Makuma's asleep.
Do I? I don't know about that.
I mean, this is a very boring class trial.
Wait, what were we talking about?
I don't
I
know.
wonder when Daddy's gonna get his motivation back.
Yeah! If Father keeps slacking off, all the work is gonna get forced onto Mommy.
Huh? Mommy?
My head! I feel like I'm about to remember something, but I can't.
What's wrong, Monotaro? Pull yourself together!
Anywho, it's a blessing in disguise that Mew died and not me.
What you mean?
'Cause she wouldn't have said anything about what really happened in the virtual world. You guys would have had a way harder time finding the culprit, you know?
Oh, absolutely. Plus, if you use the hammer on Kokichi and kill him that way, he's not going to grasp his neck and be poisoned like that, or be killed like that. Whereas the poison that instantly kills, I don't know how to words this, but like the poison instantly kills, like there'd be no sign of him trying to grab his neck for, like he's been strangled. It would look like he was instantly killed, because effectively he was.
She would have been able to lie about the virtual world settings as much as she wanted. And you'd never know that the murder actually took place in the virtual world.
So that's why she decided to attempt a murder, because she had total control.
Then the reason Mew was so insistent we go into the virtual world was...
Get sleep, bitch, because you haven't been to the virtual world yet. But once you go, you'll understand. Seriously, it's so fucking awesome. I know you guys love it. And then you're gonna fall in love with me for showing it to you guys. Then let's just dive right in, okay? We'll do it together.
She was insistent we go there so she could kill us. What a shady person.
I was sad that she was gone, but now I don't know what to think.
Nice! Backstabbed by a trusted friend.
I mean, not sure trusted her, but alright.
That's an ideal fun situation! Now we can start a real class trial!
Hey, Kokichi sort of sound like Monokuma.
What? No.
Really? I don't sound anything like him.
Yeah, like Kokichi's excited, and Monokuma's not. Even though I've basically given Kokichi and Monokuma the same voice.
No.
But
You're
we'll
just
ignore
like
that.
Monokuma.
We'll ignore
Both
that.
of you are cowards. You never speak the truth or show your true face.
Wait, coward? You say some interesting things sometimes, Kaito.
Smiling, putting on a mask, never saying what you really think. That kind of cowardice is just like Monokuma.
Daddy, they're calling you a coward! Aren't you gonna do something?
Yeah, I just gotta do my signature laugh, right? There, I did it.
There we go.
Completely lost his drive! Like a one-hit wonder who clings to their former fame!
My head!
Listen up, Kokichi. To hell with this game of suspicion crap. I will never be okay with it. I'm just gonna believe in everyone. Instead of suspecting my friends, I'm gonna find the truth by believing in them.
Well, if you think you can win this game like that, then sure, be my guest.
Of course I can. I don't need your permission.
How long are you guys going to argue? Let's hurry this up and continue. If we don't find the culprit, then we'll all die, you know that?
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
If we are going to begin searching for the culprit, let's start with Kokichi's story.
Huh? My story?
You were meeting with Miu, but she ended up as the victim. So it's only natural for us to think you're the killer, right?
Here's my answer. I never met up with Miu.
I don't think that's true.
You didn't?
I tried to go to the roof to meet up with her, but the door was locked.
Isn't lockpicking your specialty? You should have been able to open it easy.
I couldn't pick locks with my avatar body. I didn't have the tools for it either. Also, I never went to the roof, not even for the meeting.
I remember. You and Gonta went off together when we first started looking.
But was the door to the roof actually locked? When I was on the roof before logging out, the door wasn't locked.
Huh? How should I know?
Then who locked the door to the roof?
I already told you. How should I know?
When I went to the roof, it wasn't locked. So you gotta be lying.
What good would it be if I lied? I don't want to die either, you know.
Lying would do you a lot of good if you're the culprit.
Oh, I see. I didn't realize that.
What kind of response is that? That's suspicious as hell!
Wait, there's no point in arguing about that now. The truth will come out eventually. Before we get to that, we need to discover the truth behind Miu's death.
Truth?
There were mysterious circumstances surrounding her death. We need to make sense of those first.
Wow, Shuichi, you know your way around this game. Yes, keep up the hard work. The fate of our lives rests in your hands.
So, what is this strange circumstance?
Kokichi claims it was Miu who chose the meeting place. But I'm wondering how
Right.
she got from the chapel to the mansion's roof.
I see. Miu sent the bridge connecting the mansion and chapel into the river herself.
Right. Oops, my hand slipped.
If that's the case, then Miu might not have even gone to the roof.
Huh? So So she stood me up? It's very rude to break a promise.
It's true, we need to determine if Miu's actually there or not. Did she go? Or was she never on the roof at all?
Miu was waiting
The
for me
wall's
to
not option?
arrive.
Really?
I'm sure she was waiting on the rooftop of the mansion.
Okay.
No, Miu should have been at the chapel. If you look at where her avatar fell, it's right next to the chapel.
How would she have gotten to the mansion? There was no bridge over the river.
A bridge would be the only way to get across.
That's not
So,
true.
her meeting with Kokichi.
She stood me up!
At first glance, it seems possible for Miu to go to the mansion, but that's evidence that
Miu
shows
was-
that's possible. Yeah, it'd be the wall or avatar setting. Everything in Killing Game Simulator is assigned to one to category or one to classes, human or object. Most avatars have the a class of human, whereas Miu's have the class of an object. And this wall allows non-human objects to go through, so that's how she got through.
Waiting
But
for me to arrive. I'm sure she was waiting on the rooftop of the mansion.
No, Miu should have been at the chapel. If you look at where her avatar fell, it's right next to the chapel.
it is right next to
How
the
would she
chapel.
have gotten to the mansion? There was no bridge over the river.
A bridge would be the only way to get across.
What's Sanugi's account? While searching outside the virtual world, she saw Miu's avatar.
So, her meeting with
So it's gotta be
Kokichi.
this, but that
stood me
doesn't
up!
tell us how she did it.
Miu was waiting for me to arrive. I'm sure she was
Right.
waiting on the rooftop of the mansion.
No,
Right?
Miu should have been at the chapel.
At the chapel?
If you look at where her avatar fell, it's right next to the chapel.
That is
How
true.
would she have gotten to the mansion? There was no bridge over the river.
A bridge would be the only way to get across.
So,
I mean, that's not
her
true. I can't
meeting with
contradict that.
Kokichi-
She stood me up! Miu was
Yeah,
waiting
let's
for me to
do
arrive.
at the chapel.
I'm sure she was waiting on the rooftop of the mansion.
No. Chapel.
All right.
Miu must have gone to the mansion. We have a witness.
Yeah, when I was searching the dining room, I saw Miu pass by the window.
Then why didn't you say so sooner?
Sorry, I thought I was just mistaken at first, since there was no way she could have come to the mansion. But I guess I wasn't mistaken after all. That was definitely Miu.
Then, how did she get to the mansion from the chapel?
There must have been some special method only Miu knew, like with that cell phone.
There's no doubt about that. That's why she dropped the bridge. If a murder occurred when it was impossible to cross the river, she wouldn't be implicated. She used a secret method to move from the chapel to the mansion for the murder.
She dropped the bridge to make a huge scene just to let everyone know it's no longer there.
So, what secret method did she use?
It won't be that easy to figure out. It's called a secret method for a reason.
No worries, guys. As long as we leave it to Shuichi, everything will be A-OK.
What are you
What?
saying? We can't just rely on Shuichi all the time. This class trial's for all of us. We're here to solve this together.
You would just slow down Shuichi.
Shut up!
I don't have time to deal with Kokichi. I don't need to focus on this case. I'm positive that me use some kind of special method to get to the mansion. Okay, just have to figure out what it is. There we go.
Way across
Now
it
use the
only
wall.
you knew about.
Like a hidden bridge besides that signboard, maybe.
Or instead of bridge, Mew used some kind of vehicle to go over.
Or maybe she teleported with magic. Or she used a warp zone.
Maybe there's a place you could cross without a bridge.
A hidden route that only Mew could use to get across. I suppose it is possible she used that to change places.
Man, you guys are way off! Or maybe I'm just pulling your legs!
The way across it only Mew knew about.
Like a hidden bridge besides that signboard, maybe.
Wasn't it?
Or
I mean,
instead of bridge,
eh.
Mew used some kind of vehicle to go over.
Or maybe she teleported with magic. Or she
I
used
mean,
a
technically
warp
it's
zone.
teleporting.
Maybe there's a place you could cross without a bridge.
A hidden route that only Mew could use to get across.
I agree!
That's it, Kibo. There was a hidden route only Mew could use.
Was there really?
Mew modified the program to add a special wall to the world. The wall stretches along the y-axis, but we found 2 such walls in the virtual world. It's unclear whether Mew added the wall by the mansion or the wall near the chapel. We do know that that wall was set so that only objects could pass through.
Don't be naive, Shuichi.
Oh god, that scared me.
What is it, Kaito?
Jeez, and you set up a weird wall like that?
Yeah.
That is suspicious, but it's got nothing to do with what we were talking about.
Are you insane?
Nothing to do with it.
Huh. You don't even realize your mistake? Are you losing your edge? Oh well, my sidekick's mistakes are my mistakes. I'll make it right.
Map the world,
What
probably?
we gotta figure out is how Mew got from the chapel to the mansion, right? So why waste time talking about the impossible? It's pointless. We gotta take a whole new approach here.
Now, wait just a second. It's not actually impossible at all.
But you just said so, didn't you? That wall Mew set up
That wall Mew
only
set up.
lets non-human objects go through it. Humans aren't
Yeah.
able to pass through. So Mew obviously wouldn't be able to go through that wall. She's not just an object after all.
Yeah, she is.
I'll cut through your words.
The wall wasn't the only thing that Mew changed. She also changed her avatar settings from human to object.
From human to object?
Which means the virtual world treated her avatar as an object. She could have passed through a wall that only non-humans could go through.
Is that right?
Don't get ahead of yourself, Kaito. We need to listen to everything Shuichi says. I already told you, the more you try, the more you cause us trouble. It's so totally lame that your own sidekick is dissing you!
I love this Kokichi kid.
Kokichi, enough! I wasn't arguing with him. I was just explaining.
I don't care. That doesn't bother me at all. It just means even I make mistakes. Don't worry about it, Shuichi.
Yeah. Don't worry about
Okay.
Shuichi.
It's pretty funny seeing Kaito try to act all tough like this.
Kokichi, please refrain from making such irrelevant and irrational remarks.
So, if Mew messed with the program and made a wall only she could go through,
Then her secret route was through that wall?
that's it, right? Like using a glitch in a game to walk outside the map. I bet Mew had a hidden passage like that in the back of the chapel.
But even if she could walk through walls, Was there really a hidden passage? 'Cause Mew said...
No, you're not trapped here. Beyond that wall is literally in the world. Like, literally. Past that wall, nothing exists. Everything ends here. That's just the void.
She probably lied. There would be no point in going if there was nothing on the other side.
You lied.
I wonder what the truth is. There's no way to find out now.
That cum-soaked urinal cake was totally lying about there being nothing past the wall.
Alright then.
She lived a life of pride, vulgarity, and secrets. Lying would be a piece of cake for her.
Kokichi, you no have to go that far.
I don't know if the insult made sense, but I mean,
Stop
alright.
it! Don't badmouth Mommy!
Monotaro?
Listen to you, talking about Mommy like she was a terrible lying whore. But Mommy wasn't lying. There was no hidden route in that virtual world.
Oh, there wasn't, huh?
Hey! You can't tell them such an important hint!
Oh, if you see that hint is important, then I guess it must be true.
Oh, shoot!
Ah, jeez. You're cute.
Was Kichi saying all that stuff about me just to get the Cubs to reveal something? I guess I have to thank him, but I have no idea why he does things
So
sometimes.
now that we know there's no hidden route, why did she manipulate the program? If there's actually nothing past the wall, then that setting was meaningless.
You wouldn't have done something meaningless. She would have had a plan.
Yes, Mew definitely wanted to be able to go through that wall for a reason. We aren't sure why yet, but once we solve the mystery of the virtual world...
Mystery of virtual world?
Yeah, Ganta. You'll get there
There
eventually.
have been a lot of strange occurrences in the virtual world. If we can determine why, we will also determine what Mew was up to. We'll know why she wanted to pass through the wall.
All right, let's clear up those strange occurrences.
Yeah, Gonta will help, even though Gonta not know what you're talking about.
Speaking of strange occurrences, I'm just plain worried about that one thing. Remember? That thing that made us notice all the strange occurrences?
The events that led us there. I have no idea what she's talking about. The loud noise? Maybe.
This is it!
Alright.
You mean the loud sound that you and I heard in the kitchen?
Ah! What was that sound? It sounds something was struck very hard. It came from outside, but...
You all heard that sound too?
Yes, in the mansion's kitchen.
But that sound occurred near the chapel. How did you hear it all the way at the mansion?
First off, sound can't go past the map loading point.
Right.
Did that sound really come from the chapel?
That sound was something hitting the chapel wall. It was real loud.
And we definitely heard it. We heard Kibo's voice as well.
For now, let's go outside and check. Oh no. What? That was Kibo's voice, right? I think I heard him outside. He sounded close.
You heard my voice too?
What? That is pretty strange.
Exactly. That has to be some kind of clue to the mystery of the virtual world.
Okay, well, let's check the answers later and try to find all the other clues first. There was another mysterious phenomenon in the virtual world, wasn't there?
Kokichi talked like he noticed something. Pretending not to know?
Even Gonta is suspicious of me? I always thought you would be the one to trust me!
Sorry, Gonta not mean it like that.
There's no need to apologize to him. He's probably just lying again.
What was the other strange occurrence? Did you see it, Shuichi?
Another mysterious phenomenon. Something that shouldn't be possible, like me in the mansion or that loud noise. I mean, everything else happened here. Oh no. So I can't flip that, because then this will be on its own. This reminds me of like Hexic, but a lot worse. That's going on regardless. Doesn't really matter. Oh, okay, that's strange occurrence. The sign. Okay. Or not Hexic. I mean Hexic as well, but Luminous or Lumine, however you say that, pronounce that game.
I see it!
The sign that we were using as a bridge was odd to me.
Odd how?
We mentioned it before, but Mew dropped the sign in the river.
That was my hand slipped.
We found it later, but there was something unnatural about it.
Finding the sign was definitely weird. I'm most confused by how the sign got there. I should remember exactly what happened with that sign. Alright, here we go. Okay, right, so I've got Franklin's ability with this card. Okay. Nothing that really matters to this minigame. It's not hard enough minigame where that doesn't matter. At which point was the signboard swept away? I don't know what that even means. At which point? I mean the river? Okay. It was thrown in the river. What is the end of the river? The chapel side. Yeah, chapel side. Had a lift there. Where was signboard found? The mountains, the mansion side. guess stuck on a rock. Yeah, mountainside. Or mansion side, or whatever. We got a fourth one? Okay. Which way is the current going or something? Compared to the river's current, which way did the river, or did the signboard float? Upstream, I guess? Against the current, okay. Alright. It connects!
It appeared as though the sign was carried against the river's current. We all saw Mew drop the sign and watched the river carry it downstream. And the river was wide there. The sign should have traveled downriver toward the chapel, correct? It should have hit the wall on the far side of the chapel and stopped there.
Right, but I'm just gonna go through that wall.
That's not where we found it. We found it near the mansion, nestled in some rocks.
The signboard should have been near the chapel, but we found it on the other side.
Hold up. Didn't you stay on the chapel side? She probably grabbed the signboard from the chapel wall to cross the river.
Actually, that's not a bad theory.
Then left it on the boulders near the mansion so she could get back.
Why would she leave the signboard where it could get swept away and leave her stranded?
Also, this has nothing to do with walking through the wall, right? We're getting off topic. We're so close to the truth. We just have to connect the how and what. All the mysterious things that happened have to connect with each other somehow.
Connect how?
A wall only objects can pass through. Sounds that shouldn't be heard. A signboard going against the river current. How are they all connected?
I don't know, but Shuichi should know, right?
What?
We would be in a lot of trouble if you didn't. The only one who can solve this mystery and save us all is you.
Yeah, because Kichi clearly doesn't know what's going on. You know.
So, how are they connected? Do you know
It's like the
Shuichi?
last 4 class trials, he's known the exact, outcome and how the murders occurred. No.
Well, what we know so far is that
Well, we probably know Kaede's, but
the unnatural
still.
way the sign was carried is possibly related to the wall.
What's the question? What clue is related to the unnatural... the map? It's gotta be the map. No. There's something only Mew knew about that's thrown us off.
I was wrong!
Okay, it's not the map. What? What clue is related to the unnatural way the signboard was carried on the river? And it's not the map. Okay. The lattice? I'm gonna say the lattice, but I don't think it's right. there's something else related to how the signboard is washed away. Remember, the signboard is not human, right? That Muse avatar end up the chapel? How could she have gotten back across the bridge if she's at the chapel? Sure. Nope.
I was wrong!
I really lose a heart every single time I get one wrong. Okay. I doubt it's gonna be this again. We've already used this. We've already used loud noise. I doubt it's gonna be that again. We're literally discussing this object, so I doubt it. Well, I gotta pick something.
This is it!
Why was that it? I just clicked a random...
It might have
Okay.
to do with a wall that only objects can pass through. The sign
We
should
haven't
have stopped
established
at
this
the wall
already?
on the other side of the chapel.
I thought we
But if
established
that
that already.
wall happened to be the one that Muse set to allow objects through,
Yeah, okay, never
I
mind.
see. It's a wall only non-humans can pass through. That means the signboard can pass through the wall, right?
Yeah.
Even if it could pass through the chapel wall, how did it end up by the mansion?
The only way it could do that is if the wall was a warp zone. But it's not, right?
That's right, that's the real issue here. How could the signboard pass through the wall but end up on the mountainside, or the mansion side?
Leave
We'll
it to me,
explain that.
Shuichi.
I don't know, maybe the
your
map
partner,
being wrong?
Will give you hints
I'm
in
gonna try to
times
say
of
it
trouble.
first.
This is the virtual world. We should throw away all of our common sense, okay?
Huh? The hell does that even mean?
Kokichi might be on something here. We need to forget about what we know and just think about it. How does summer pass through the wall downstream and up upstream? Putting common sense aside and focus on the flow of the river. I'm gonna say they connect.
that's it!
Okay, cool.
What if both ends of the river were connected?
Huh? Both ends of river connected?
Exactly. To put it another way, the river isn't cut off at the wall near the chapel.
Right.
It's all part of one big loop. The upstream part of the river is connected to it.
What? What are you talking about? Both ends of the river can't...
Again, throw out all common sense from your head. We're talking about the virtual world.
Then what about the wall? There was only one wall that could be passed through.
Right. Even if the river's connected and it goes through the chapel wall, it wouldn't have been able to go through the mansion wall too.
Wait, in that
Got
case...
it. I know why Mew only set up one wall.
talking about now?
The reason she only set up one wall is because the chapel and the mansion walls are the same wall.
That's it! The walls by the
Which
chapel
I
and the
feel
mansion
like
aren't
we
separate.
should probably have
They're the same
proven
wall.
that the map's wrong first before we talk about this wall, but oh well.
The same wall?
Yeah.
It's not just the river. The walls themselves are connected. Don't think of it as two separate walls, but a single wall parallel to the y-axis. That single wall divides the entire virtual world. The idea is, you pass through the wall by the chapel and come out by the mansion.
Everything is starting to connect. See, didn't I tell you? Everything is connected.
It connects.
Damn it, Kokichi! Just tell us.
It's okay. More importantly, this is the final stretch! If both the river and wall are connected, then you can find the secret. Shuichi, you already know the secret behind the virtual world,
Yeah.
right?
Secret, eh? Yeah, suppose we should clear that up, you know? We could have mentioned that before discussing the wall. But, whatever. Let's solve the mystery of the virtual world. Hangman's Gambit. What would 2 5-letter words be for that? World rap? Well, I see a lot of... Hold on. Yeah. I'll say W's, but there's an M. M-O-L-R-D. Well, it can't be world if that's an M. What other 5-letter words have "world" in them? What? Loop? No. In no world am I stupid? That's an M. That's an M. That's an M. I don't care. That's an M. No. That's an M. That's an M. Like, come on now. What is that? Okay, now you're gonna flip around P's. Ah, of course you are. Fuck off. Alright, so world something. S-L-O, world slope? I mean, I like SL. Nope, don't like SL. World warp? World loops? Loops make sense. Okay, world loops.
Yes, that's it. The virtual world is a loop.
Loop?
Just like in old games, right? Like, for example, when a character goes off the left side of the screen and reappears on the right.
Yes, exactly. The edges of the virtual world are linked together in a continuous loop.
The virtual world loops?
What in the world?
If that's true, it would explain the way the signboard was swept away. It vanished into the wall downstream of the river, came out of that same wall upstream, and floated with the current until it got caught on the rocks.
What was the world like before Mew added the wall?
Actually, there wasn't a wall on the y-axis at all, and the x-axis was set to loop.
Are you serious? Even if it is a computer program, isn't that too crazy?
I've literally coded that before, so no.
A looping world. That's more extraordinary than even magic.
But at least it's not a boring answer. It also explains all the things that happened.
Huh? It doesn't explain everything, does it? Because we still don't know why we heard that one sound or Kibo's voice.
Yeah, sound doesn't go past the map loading point.
Actually, if we know that the world is a loop, we can explain that as well.
Huh? Really?
Yes, but first we need to be clear where the loop starts.
There we go.
Where the
Finally.
loop starts. Doesn't it loop at the walls next to the mansion and chapel?
Why would you think that?
Not necessarily. If we heard a noise at the chapel from inside the mansion, then the loop
Starts at this line.
there!
At the map loading point.
The map loading point was where the virtual world looped. We thought the loading point was in the middle of the map. But the loading
Thank
point
you.
was actually at the edges.
So the wall Mew created wasn't at the edges of the world, but rather, her wall was at the center of the world.
I see. So the mansion and chapel were near each other, with a wall between them. And any sound emitted near the chapel would also reach the mansion. The wall only allows non-humans to pass through, so sound should be able to pass through easily.
That's right. That's how the virtual world works.
Which is convenient for that the woods in the middle, like the middle top there, kind of just is a straight line and just kind of dies. But oh well.
Impressive, Shuichi! For you to get this far! Yes! Yes! You are useful indeed!
For you to get this far...
Indeed.
What are you, some villain pulling the strings?
Oh, you have no idea.
Nope. Mew pulled the strings here, not me. Remember? Mew also set this trap. It all began when Mew showed us the map. Because of the map, we mistakenly thought the loading point was at the center, which in turn made the mansion and chapel seem farther away from each other.
But the structure of the world wasn't actually like that. There was a wall along the y-axis, and the x-axis came around in a loop.
By putting that wall in the center of that world, she cut off the loop.
So ever since Mew showed us that map, we were caught in her trap. But we solved this mystery thanks to Shuichi. All hail our savior!
Yeah, if Shuichi wasn't here, then we never would have solved this mystery.
That's right. Good work, Shuichi.
Thanks, Shuichi. You saved us.
You're welcome.
Yeah, no one else knew that. Yeah, isn't that right, Kokichi?
Just because we found out the virtual world's secret doesn't mean we can take it easy yet. Actually, this culprit hunt just got to the exciting part. Even if we know all the tricks, it's pretty meaningless if we don't find the culprit. That's how a class trial works, after all!
Kokichi talking like Monokuma again.
No matter what you say, I'm not gonna believe your lies. I'm gonna believe in everyone. That's how I'm gonna reach the truth.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what happens next!
What's Kokichi's plan here? He's definitely prodding Kaito on purpose. Well, there's no time for distractions like him. What we have to do is find the culprit who killed Miu. It doesn't matter how many little mysteries we solve, if we can't find the culprit. Maybe I'll be for nothing. But I still know for sure who it could be. Who used Miu's own plan against her to kill her? Who killed Miu? Yeah, sure, we can save. Why not? Man, I'm bushed. I got no mate. Oh, right. Monakuma's depressed. I gotta do depressed Monokuma voice. Man, I'm bushed. I got no motivation at all. And Monofane's period is late too. Father? How did you know Monofane's cycle? Never mind that. Perhaps this lack of motivation is due to the lack of hibernating. Like hibernating? Yeah, I haven't been sleeping well lately, so I haven't really been able to hibernate. That's awful. What could be causing it? Because you have a lot on your mind? It's because the graveyard shift pays better than an hourly wage?
Really?
It's because you don't want to think that you're just goofing around? It's because you want to stay friends? Is it because you watch in real time? Father? He's kind of hibernation. You should let him be. Yeah, you're right. Night-night. Those segments just make less and less sense every single time.
My head!
Taro! Pull yourself together!
I feel like I'm forgetting someone important to me, but I just can't. My head! My head hurts so much, I just can't remember.
If you've forgotten, maybe that's for the best. From this point forward, let's start a new life for ourselves. After all, our baby is excited to meet his daddy, you know?
What?
Daddy? Wait, what? I'm gonna be a father?
Alright, I'm just ignore that.
What a colossal death flag. I'll be surprised if he doesn't die after that.
More importantly, let's continue the conversation where we left off.
We understand Miu plotted the murder, but we need to find out who killed her.
And in order to figure that out, we need to understand Miu's actions. So let's discuss her murder scheme step by step.
I know that's important, but hearing you lead the conversation really pisses me off.
Let's see. Miu manipulated the virtual world to use it as part of her murder plan.
Don't just ignore me and start anyway.
If she had succeeded, she would have gone past the wall between the chapel and mansion. And then wham! Murdered me on the roof with the hammer.
She would make the murder seem like it happened in the real world, and then pin it on Kaito.
As for Miu's alibi in the real world, she could say she was locked into the virtual world. And in the virtual world, she could say she was near the chapel the entire time.
She'd make an excuse about how she couldn't reach the mansion because of the fallen bridge.
Whoops! I've said that line dog 4 times already.
She dropped the bridge on purpose so she could separate the chapel from the mansion. Then secretly passed through the wall she installed and took advantage of the loop. After, she headed to where we were supposed to meet up, the mansion's rooftop. Oh yeah, Kaito was probably logged out around that time too.
That's when I saw Mew.
Problem is, because of her murder plans, we don't even know where she was killed.
She was killed on the roof, right? Kokichi told us the roof door was locked and that he couldn't get through.
Maybe that when culprit killed her.
That's probably what happened. The culprit killed her on the locked roof.
Did the culprit lock the door to the roof?
Perhaps. I don't think Mew did it. If Mew did lock it, she would have done it when she called Kokichi to the roof.
True.
Even if someone came up, I don't believe she would change the target of her plan. She knew that Kokichi would come up later. Locking the door would be suspicious.
Well, it's possible she didn't even think that far ahead.
She was smart, but she was also really, really dumb.
No say such mean things! Killing game bad, not Mew. Mew not bad person. Going to think we could have been friends, if things different.
That might have been difficult, even without this killing game.
That didn't happen.
Nuh-uh. No way, Jose.
Huh?
Anyway, let's continue the discussion. If Mew was killed on the roof of the mansion, the culprit must have moved Mew's avatar to the chapel after killing her, right?
So the next thing we should talk about is how they moved her avatar.
Now we know the mansion and chapel were actually next to each other. But the problem is the wall between them.
Only Mew was able to go through that wall. The culprit wouldn't have been able to.
Then you're saying the culprit sent Mew's avatar through that wall?
Yeah, that's the only way, right?
But how did the culprit send Mew's avatar through the wall? I mean, it's not like they could have thrown her.
Don't not throw her!
We know. You couldn't because the avatar's physical strength was equalized.
Physical strength equalized? That problem! Gonta no can protect everyone if that happens!
And that's why Dead Body happened are going to watch.
Please keep up with us. We're already in the second half of the class trial.
How did they send Mew's avatar to the other side of the wall? Maybe that thing has something to do with it. You know, the loud sound you heard?
Probably. No. Nah. What was that sound?
Because of that sound, you guys went to the side of the chapel. Right, Keyboy? That's when you found the dead Mew there, right? If so, then I think that sound and her avatar being by the chapel are related.
Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind. That noise is related to this case. We can figure out what that sound could have been. It might be the clue we need to solve this case. So what was it? It sounded like something slamming hard into something else. So, what were those two things? It could be the sound we heard, like chopping, me hitting the wall.
That's it! I think the sound came from Mew's avatar hitting the chapel wall. The hammer, cell phone, and lattice were there, but they were too small to make that noise. Ruling those out, the only other explanation is that the sound was Mew colliding with a wall.
If that's the case, Miyu's avatar must have hit the chapel wall really hard. We felt the impact all the way from the inside of the chapel.
Yeah, that's the real question. Mew's avatar probably hit the chapel's wall with pretty considerable force. But why did it hit the wall with such force? Can you guys figure it out?
Hold on, Kokichi. What's up with the way you're talking? Why are you talking like you know everything?
He's known everything for the last 3 class trials.
Let's not worry about that right now. More importantly, we gotta solve the mystery. Fighting among friends is a waste of time.
Friends? Us?
Anyway, can we talk about that after we figure this problem out?
A way of transporting Mew's avatar that would cause it to crash into the chapel.
Getting Mew's avatar to crash into the chapel from the mansion's roof. There's only one way I can think of on how to do that.
As your partner, I'll give you a little hint.
Yo, what?
Since the mansion was on top of a hill, the roof was pretty high up, right? Past the brick handrail, the roof was at a pretty steep slope, and the slope faced the chapel wall. On top of that, there was snow on the roof.
Yeah.
If the culprit needed force to move the body, I wonder how they did it.
I don't know. I think they shot out of a cannon. Kokichi's talking as if he's already got this entire thing figured out already. But I can't let him distract me. I need to solve this case. How to make Miyu hit the chapel wall from the roof of the mansion. I'm gonna find the answer that Kokichi literally just gave us. Though he could have said it in a 4-letter word, a 3-letter word, and then a 4-letter word. What letters do I have? Slid the... Well, it's slid. I have no idea what a 3-letter word here would be. Cool, we got a hidden Monokuma. F-O-R-D. F-O-R-D. Right? Yeah. What 3-letter word has F-O-R-D in it? I mean 4, but like slid 4, that doesn't... Slid 4 wall? Well no, because the next letter have to be... Or the 4-letter would have to start with a D. Maybe not. There are no D's left. Yeah, sure, slid 4 wall. Thank you. Off. Slid off. Duh. Right, big duplicate letters. I knew that. Slid off the roof.
I see now. The culprit used the sloped roof as a slide for Mew's avatar.
Slide?
Aw, man. Even with the slope and the snow, Mew's body wouldn't have slid.
Wrong. It would slide.
But the avatars can generate friction. We wouldn't have been able to walk otherwise. So I doubt that it would have had that much momentum.
No. It would slide.
It wouldn't slide, just like Maki Roll said.
It would slide, just like Shumai said.
Yeah!
Who the hell is Shumai?
Shumai now.
Oh, he's a pupil of Ramen Man. Sorry, my hobby slipped in.
Not Shumai? I thought it was Shumai. I'm positive that's how Miu's avatar is moved, but maybe the culprit used something as well to help slide her body. I don't know, I wonder what it could be.
Even if
This
her
is so
avatar
live for me,
slid off
Bullet.
the roof, would it slide off that quickly?
Well, duh, it would.
If it made that much noise, it must have built up a lot of speed.
Lots of snow piled up on roof. But not frozen
Snow
solid,
piled up on
right?
roof.
You'd still slide, though.
In the real world, it might be difficult. But in the virtual world, perhaps not.
In the
That's
virtual,
not the
perhaps
issue.
not.
Sliding down snow is easy to do. You just need a sled or skis to cut the friction.
There was nothing like that around, though.
I mean, obviously that's this answer. But what's the lie for me, Bullet? Or the back route?
Even if her avatar slid off the roof, would it slide off that quickly?
Well, duh, it
Slide off that
would.
quickly.
If it made
Yeah.
that much noise, it must have built up a lot of speed.
Lots of snow piled up on roof. But
Snow
not
piled up on
frozen
roof.
solid, right?
You'd still slide, though.
In the real world, it might be difficult. But in the virtual world, perhaps not.
That's not the issue. Sliding down snow is easy to do. You just need a sled or skis to cut the friction.
There was nothing like that around, though.
Even if her avatar slid off the roof, would it slide off that quickly?
Well,
So I'm
duh,
thinking
it would.
signboard.
If
Used
it made
as a
that much
sled.
noise, it must have built up a lot of speed.
Lots of snow piled up on roof. But not frozen solid, right?
You'd still slide, though.
I mean, it doesn't. It makes
in the
no
real world,
sense,
it might
but
be difficult.
that's the
But
only
in
I
the
can think
virtual
of
world,
for a lie
perhaps
bullet.
not.
That's not the issue. Sliding down snow is easy to do. You just need a sled or skis to cut the friction.
There was nothing like that.
But uses a sign. Used as a sign? Signboard used to, what did that say?
Even if her avatar slid off the roof, would it slide off that quickly?
Well, duh, it would.
If it made that much noise, it must have built up a lot of speed.
Lots of snow piled up on roof. But not frozen solid, right?
You'd still slide, though.
In the real world, it might be difficult. But in the virtual world, perhaps not.
That's not the issue. Sliding down snow is easy to do. You just need a sled or skis to cut the friction.
There was nothing like that.
I'll reveal the truth.
I'd like to actually be able to read what the first half of the label
There
said.
was something the culprit could have used to slide the body. The signboard.
The signboard?
You put Miu's body on top and use it as a kind of sled.
You could use it to slide the body, but the signboard we used as a bridge was the only one. The culprit couldn't have used that signboard as a sled.
Maki is right. It could have been that exact signboard, however, he knows exactly how it was done. That's when he bait him out
What
with
if
this
there was
lie.
another signboard?
Huh? Another one?
Do you remember the first time I went to get the signboard? There were actually 2 there, but I only brought 1.
There were?
The culprit must have used the other one as a sled.
Right, we're lying. Why am I trying to use logic and reason here? We're lying.
But then why did Mew say there was only one signboard?
To mislead us. She was planning a crime after all.
Pooh! Pooh!
That's not how you do the Monokuma laugh. Jeez.
Oh my god! That line was so cringy! Stop, my stomach hurts!
I love Kokichi.
Wow! Shuichi is lying on purpose! Are you trying to spice up the class trial too?
What Shuichi just said was a lie?
Yeah, we've been lying at every
Kokichi,
class trial at least
I
20
was the
times.
only one who went and got the signboard. Only I saw them. So why do you think I'm lying?
Because I know. I know the culprit. And the whole trick. What?
Then tell us! We can put an end to this class trial right now!
But that's no fun.
I could tell you, but I think we should save the best for last. Even if I told you, would you guys really believe a liar like me?
Yeah, they believe Shuichi constantly.
I could be lying about knowing who the culprit is for all you know.
What?
It's no lie, he really knows everything. If he didn't, he'd be able to discern any lies at all. What's his goal here? Why is he doing us like
This
this?
doesn't mean all of Shuichi's deductions are lies, you know? You're right about the culprit putting Mew on a sled and sliding her down the roof. But instead of a sled, they used that thing from the storage room on the roof.
Yeah, the lattice.
You mean the lattice, right? When I first looked in the storage room on the roof, I saw the lattice there. But during the investigation, I saw that it was gone.
The lattice that was found next to the chapel is the one that disappeared from the roof? Then that's it. The culprit used the lattice as a sled.
Ding, ding, ding! That's correct! After the culprit killed Mew on the rooftop, they placed her corpse on a sled and slid her down the roof's steep slope.
The sled picked up speed, flew off the roof, glided through the wall only objects could pass through, and hit the chapel.
Yeah, then her eventually dropped, you know, just like Minecraft.
The impact made all of her belongings scatter, including the hammer and cell phone.
Just like that hedgehog who loses all his rings whenever he crashes into stuff.
I mean, that's also a reference you can go with.
I hate that guy and his worldwide fame and his stupid games, and I hate that hedgehog!
Daddy, I'm glad you're feeling motivated again, but you shouldn't be so hateful. You gotta be an example to our new family.
Yeah, Father. Or should I start calling you grandfather now?
Oh, I'm glad he does not react to
Now that we know how the body slid down, we're just one step away from the culprit. Well, Shuichi, do you know who the culprit is?
I do. The culprit.
Yeah. In the end, we'll still need to guess the culprit, huh?
But Gonta can't believe one of us killed Mew.
Yeah, it's really sad,
However,
Gunta.
since we know she was killed on the roof, we can narrow down the list of suspects. Meaning, the culprit must be someone who was investigating the mansion. Aside
Correct.
from you, the people at the chapel could not go through the wall or cross the river.
So that means the suspects are Kaito, Samugi, Shuichi, and Gonta.
That's real sneaky, leaving yourself off the list.
Ooh, you got me.
That's right, 5 suspects. Me, Smoogie, Gunta, Kokichi, and Kaito. We don't know enough to name the culprit yet, but one of them is suspicious. When we're talking about the rooftop, they clearly lied. But what reason would they have to lie? I need impressive for information for making any judgments. Kokichi's the liar. That's...
It's you!
I guess we could also click me, but, you know.
Kokichi, there's something I need to know.
What do you need to know?
Why did you lie just now?
Which lie are you talking about, Shuichi? I lie a lot, so you'll need to jog my memory.
Remember when you lied.
Fine. I'll expose your lie right now.
I never went to the roof. Oh. I never went to the roof. Not even for the meeting. It all began when Mio showed us the map. That's probably what happened. The culprit killed her on the locked roof.
It was that testimony that bothered me.
They added a 4th color. No. It's not even an object this time, it's a statement. Because of course it is. I can't flip that, can I? Nope. Oh, well. I've made a witness square there. Oh, I'll please. Oh, we can just do this. There's no penalty anymore. I got rid of the penalties. That'll be when Miyu showed us the map. What's the question? What could Kokichi lie about? They never went to the roof? That's probably what happened because the culprit killed her on the locked roof. It's gotta be the middle one. Yeah, okay, cool.
I see it! When you were explaining that the door to the roof was locked, you said...
I never went to the roof, not for the meeting.
But later, you said...
Since the mansion was on top hill, the roof was pretty high, right? Past the brick wall, the roof was at a pretty steep slope. And the slope faced the chapel wall. And on top of that, there was snow on the roof.
That's a lot of specific information. Stuff
is.
you wouldn't know if you hadn't been there.
Oh yeah! Now that you mention it, how did you know all that stuff?
You could probably see the steep slope of the roof from outside the mansion. But you wouldn't know about the brick handrail unless you went up to the roof yourself.
Huh? What?
What's this all about, Kokichi? Did you actually go to the rooftop?
I didn't. I already told you that before.
Why you look so nervous?
Is this a sincere reaction?
But There's no evidence that proves I went to the roof. Wait, I remember now. That thing Himiko said.
Me?
At the start of the class trial, I remember you saying the handrail was made of bricks. Ooh, you so clumsy, girl. Gotta be more careful there, Himiko.
Is it my fault?
Himiko really say that?
She totally said that.
No, she didn't.
Yes, she did.
She did not.
She did too.
Then when? Tell me how long ago. In hours, minutes, and seconds.
What a worthless fight!
Stop them, Grandpa! All this terrible fighting is bad for the baby!
Yeah,
Yes.
grandfather! Stop
Gonna-
them before your grandkid is born!
Pretend they're not real.
I'm not gonna apologize,
And still
because
wrong,
Himiko
Kuma.
said it.
So damn stubborn.
How much longer are you going to behave like this?
We don't have time for this. Kokichi's stubborn. He won't fess up no matter what. If he's being stubborn, he makes think he has something to hide. To give him show his hand after prove he's on the roof. I might not like it, but be aggressive. If we don't get the whole truth now, everyone's lives are in danger.
I didn't go to the roof.
I've had enough of your lies, man.
I'm not lying.
This is a life, me boy.
The rooftop door was locked and I couldn't open it.
Was locked.
Kokichi
Okay.
I turned back at once, of course. And stayed in the salon the whole time, you know?
Liars burn in hell, you know.
If you're lying, I'll set your pants on fire!
That's fine because I'm not lying.
Then why do you look so nervous?
Kokichi's lying for sure. Kokichi still lies to me. I'll fight fire with fire.
I didn't go to the roof.
I've had enough of your lies, man.
I'm not lying. The rooftop door was locked and I couldn't open it.
So
I'll
what did
agree with that.
Kokichi do?
I turned back at once, of course. And stayed in the
Kokichi, not the salon. Oh, I missed.
Liars burn in
How'd I
hell,
miss?
you know.
If you're lying, I'll set your pants on fire!
That's fine because I'm not lying.
Then why do you look so nervous?
I didn't go to the roof.
I've had enough of your lies, man.
I'm not lying. The rooftop door was locked and I couldn't open it.
So what did Kokichi do?
I turned back at once, of course. And stayed in the salon the whole
I
There
will
we go.
reveal the truth. Kokichi, you're lying right now, aren't you?
Huh? Lying about what?
Just before the murder occurred, I went to the salon to check on you. But you weren't there.
Yeah.
What? Really?
I waited there for a while. You never showed up.
Goto was with Kokichi the entire time, so I feel like he should want to bring this up.
What's
But,
this
you
all
know.
about, Kokichi?
Yeah,
Didn't you
Kokichi.
go right back to the salon after finding the roof door locked?
I see. You use underhanded tactics too, huh, Shuichi?
Yeah, I've used it this entire playthrough.
So who are you guys gonna believe? Shuichi?
Yeah,
Or me?
the guy that's lying, the guy that's lying.
Well, of course I'm gonna believe Shuichi.
Yeah.
I believe Shuichi 100%.
The one who's not Kokichi.
100 house
fair
points. No. Himiko points to Shuichi.
Yay! Himiko
To go
points.
to the salon, Shuichi would need to pass by
Shut
me
up.
in the dining room.
Shut up.
I wonder why I didn't notice Shuichi
There you
there.
go. I
Oh,
love how we just
I'll believe
blatantly
Shuichi anyway.
ignore
He's
when
usually right
Shuichi
about
lies. just like, like Shuichi's clearly lying. He's the main character. I don't care.
Sorry, but Gonta believes Shuichi too.
I see. I wanted at least Gonta to believe me.
What comes around goes around. That's what happens to liars like you.
God, imagine lying.
Why do you guys hate lies that much?
I don't know.
There's only one truth, but endless possibilities for lies, you know? And some of them are only white lies, or lies to be kind to people. If you deny all of that just because it's a lie, then that means you guys are just terrible at being lied to. Seriously, the worst!
Just spit it out already. You went to the roof, didn't you?
Isn't that where he met up with Mew?
No, he didn't just meet her there. He probably...
Okay, fine. I'll tell you if you want to know that badly. Consider this my revenge.
Revenge?
You got some balls lying to me. I'm gonna take away your fun for pissing me off, Shuichi. I won't let you do any detective work, or deduction, or mystery solving, or anything.
But that's the entire video game.
Oh?
You can't do that.
So, I'll confess everything. You guys better listen carefully.
Confess?
A confession? So you are the culprit after all.
I came up with a plan after Mew asked me to meet up with her. She asked me pretty eagerly, too, so I decided to pry some info out of her. She gave me the rundown of the virtual world before she explained it to you guys. As I listened, I realized she was planning a murder. On me, no less. When I investigated the virtual world, I found out that a person can die from shock. Without a doubt, she planned to use that for my murder. So that's when I decided to prepare my own crime with her plan. I pretended to cooperate with her and lured everyone into the virtual world. That's also why I worked together with Monokuma.
You worked together with Monokuma?
I guess the jig is up. Yeah, everything he said is true. Kokichi came to me with an idea to make the killing game more interesting. It was such a good idea, I decided to place a motive in the killing game simulator.
You added a motive? Then the secret of the outside world is the motive, right?
No fair! Monokuma can't take sides!
I didn't help him with anything, and I had nothing to do with the murder itself. He merely suggested a way to spice up the killing game, and I accepted. Kokichi and I had a quid pro quo relationship. Technically, that doesn't violate the rules.
I don't think it's a quid pro quo.
Bullshit!
I
No
don't
matter
know.
how you look at it, you guys are working together.
Oh, this game.
Shh, calm down. I'll explain my relationship with Monokuma, so let me finish my confession.
I'm fine with that, but you're confessing without much of a fight.
I'll wait for Maki.
I told you. I'm gonna get in the way by taking away the mystery-solving fun. If I can't win this game, then I'll make it boring for everyone. That's my revenge. Well then, the culprit is Gonta.
Thank you.
What? Huh?
What did you...
Wait! When did Gonta kill Mew?
That's a lie! He didn't kill her! Kokichi's just lying!
Now you're trying to pin things on Gonta? Do you really expect us to believe such an obvious lie?
I'd hope so.
There's no way Gonta could commit a murder this complicated. He's not smart.
Oh,
My turn now.
Huh?
The truth is, Gonta and I worked together. We formed a duo to end this killing game. As the Killing Game Busters!
What busters?
We must win this killing game in order to end this killing game.
What you mean, we?
By the way, I came up with the murder plan, and Gonta carried it out.
Gonta what?
Why are you more surprised by that than the first thing he said?
'Cause Gonta have no idea what he's talking about.
Come on, quit lying and tell us the truth.
Gonta is telling the truth. He's not someone who lies all the time like you.
And no matter how naive Gonta may be, I doubt he would ever team up with Kokichi.
Yeah, not after insect meet and greet incident.
It's obvious what he's trying to do. Gonta doesn't understand the virtual world, so Kokichi's trying to trick him. He's trying to sacrifice Gonta to escape from his crime!
You're a terrible person! How dare you use Gonta like that?
You're right. I'm sorry. I did something horrible to Gonta. I didn't want Shuichi to hog all the glory, so I told everyone the truth!
Cut that out! I told you it's not gonna work!
Don't you think I could have pulled the strings and made Gonta carry out my commands?
It doesn't matter if it's possible or not, because I say it's just impossible!
It does matter. There's no need to bring emotions into class trials. All we need is logical thinking. Right, Shuichi?
What?
Indeed.
Gonta not understand what's going on. But still, Gonta not kill Mew. Gonta really not know anything. And also, Gonta not tell lies. And Gonta not make trouble for others. 'Cause that not how gentlemen act. That why Gonta not culprit.
Yeah, Gonta's not lying. I can tell just by looking at him.
I already used my magic to check. Gonta's definitely not lying.
Then let me ask you guys. If it's not Gonta, then who's the culprit?
You, of course!
Come on! There's already proof that I couldn't have killed Mew.
There's already proof?
Yup.
Oh, did you forget already? Then let me make it clear again. Why I can't be the culprit! I am not the
Avatar.
culprit. Didn't I prove that to you guys already? The clue is how Mew was killed.
Mew got strangled to death, right?
Toilet paper was the murder weapon.
We already know
Mew would
that.
have totally resisted if she was being strangled, right? Then it would have been impossible for someone as weak as me.
You talking about the strength of your virtual avatar? That wouldn't matter if you strangled her from behind.
In which case, even if she did resist, the most she could have done is merely touch the culprit.
Exactly. She couldn't struggle much. So you could have kept strangling her, no problem.
See, I told you
Wait.
I'm not the culprit.
How'd you arrive at that conclusion?
Is this a life me bullet? Yeah, I hear the radio sounds.
I am not the culprit.
Really? Okay.
Didn't I prove that to you guys already? The clue is how Mew was killed.
Mew got strangled to death, right?
Toilet paper was the murder weapon.
Mew would have totally resisted if she was being strangled, right? Then it would have been impossible for someone as weak as me.
You talking about the strength of your virtual avatar? That wouldn't matter if you strangled her from behind.
In which case, even if she did resist, the most she could have done is merely touch the culprit.
Exactly. She couldn't struggle much. So you could have kept strangling her, no problem.
And that's obviously not true.
See, I
but
told
this is
you
a
I'm
life
not the
me bullet.
culprit.
How'd you arrive at that conclusion?
It's already proven that Kokichi is innocent. We have evidence of that. Before we can say one way or another, let's
I
clear
am not
things
the
up.
culprit.
What
Didn't I
would the
prove
lie
that to
be?
you guys already? The clue is how Mew
That you
was
can
killed.
magically strangle someone without ever touching them?
Mew got strangled to death.
Are we gonna
right?
say that we hung her?
Toilet paper was the murder weapon.
You would have totally resisted if she was being strangled, right? Then it would have been impossible for someone as weak as me!
You talking about the strength of your virtual avatar? That wouldn't matter if you strangled her from behind.
In which case, even if she did resist, the most she could have done is merely touch the culprit.
Exactly. She couldn't struggle much. So you could have kept strangling her, no problem.
See, I told you I'm not the culprit.
How'd you arrive
Told
at
you I'm
that
not the
conclusion?
I am not the culprit. Didn't I prove that to you guys already? The clue is how Mew was killed.
Mew got strangled to death, right?
Toilet paper was the murder weapon.
Mew... You would have totally resisted
I
if
don't
she was
know what
being
a lie would
strangled,
be here
right?
for.
Then it would have been impossible for someone as weak as me.
Like, there's the radio
You talking
sound
about the
effects.
strength of
There's
your
clearly a back
virtual
rhythm of some
avatar?
sort.
That wouldn't matter if you strangled her from behind.
Strangled
In
her
which
from
case,
behind.
even if she did resist, the most she could have done is merely touch the culprit.
Exactly. She couldn't struggle much. So you could have kept strangling her, no problem.
See, I told you I'm not the culprit.
How'd you arrive at that conclusion?
Like, the only thing I think of is we can somehow magically lie and say that we hung her somehow. Or Kokichi hung her. But I don't... see how that would be possible. Because how do you hang somebody without ever touching them? I wish I could see, like, the lie bullets. Is there a way to do that?
I am not the culprit. Didn't I prove that to you guys
Like, if I
already?
hold Y and then do...
The clue is how Mew was killed.
Mew got strangled to death, right?
Toilet paper was the murder weapon.
Yeah,
You
I
would have
don't...
totally resisted.
I mean, it's clearly a life me bullet from the music. But I don't know where we would pretend to lie. Maybe, but... I'm just gonna
If she was
try...
being strangled, right? Then it would have been impossible
no,
for
'cause-
someone as weak as me.
You talking about the strength of your virtual avatar? That wouldn't matter if you strangled her from behind.
In which case, even if she did resist, the most she could have done is merely touch the culprit.
Exactly. She couldn't struggle much. So you could have kept strangling her, no problem.
You could have kept strangling her.
See,
That's
I
just
told you I'm
completely
not
wrong.
the culprit.
How'd How'd you arrive at that conclusion?
That... There's no lie here. There's no... Like...
I am not the culprit.
I'm running out of time.
Didn't I prove that to you guys already? The clue is how...
Me... No. If Mew touched him, he'd been unable to move. I have absolutely no idea. Like... I mean, I really should just fire something at it and see what response I get. Is what I should do.
Mew was killed.
Mew got strangled to death, right?
Made toilet paper wasn't the murder weapon? Like... I don't want to miss a back route, but... I don't know what lie would even pretend to apply here.
Your weapon.
Mew would have totally resisted if she was being...
Avatar error. But what would the lie for that be? That, like, it wasn't I don't know. Like, it's clearly the correct music, but Nothing here makes sense for a lie. If I get the answer wrong, do I get my time back?
Being strangled,
I don't
right?
know.
Then it would have been impossible
know.
for someone as weak as me.
You talking about the strength of your virtual avatar? That wouldn't matter if you strangled her from behind.
Strangled her from behind. Why would that...
In which case, even if she did resist, the most she could have done is merely touch the culprit.
Which is exactly what she needs to do. I don't know. What she do is touch him, which is enough to stop it. What about...
Exactly. She couldn't struggle much. So you could have kept strangling her, no problem.
See, I told you I'm not the culprit.
That's not... I wanted to lie there.
I was wrong.
Well, I guess if we
I am
figure out
not
to
the
get time
culprit.
back. Oh, we don't.
Didn't I prove that to you guys
Well,
already?
I should probably...
The clue is how Mew was killed.
You got strangled to death, right?
Toilet paper was the murder weapon.
Mew would have totally resisted if she was being strangled, right? Then it would have been impossible for someone as weak as me.
You talking about the strength of your virtual avatar? That wouldn't matter if you strangled her from behind.
In which case, even if she did resist, the most she could have done is merely touch the culprit.
Exactly. She couldn't struggle much. So you could have kept strangling her, no
I'm gonna try it.
See, I told you I'm not the culprit.
Ah. So that's not the law. Alright,
Oh, no.
I think we're out of time.
I am not the culprit. Didn't I prove that to you guys already? The clue is how Mew was killed.
Yeah, we're out of time.
You got strangled to death, right?
Oh, well.
Toilet
I have no idea
paper
what
was
it's
the
like to be.
murder weapon.
Mew would have totally was being strangled, right?
Yeah, time up.
We can't let it...
I am not the culprit. Didn't I prove that to you guys already? The clue is how Mew was killed.
You got strangled to death, right?
Toilet paper was the
Is that what I wanted to do, but whatever.
Mew would have totally resisted if she was being strangled,
I mean,
right?
toilet paper was our weapon.
Then it would have been impossible for someone as weak as me.
You talking about the strength of your virtual avatar? That wouldn't matter if you strangled her from...
Yeah, because your avatar was normal. Nope. Unless it's just the wrong music.
I am not the culprit.
Like,
Didn't I prove that to you guys already? The clue is how Mew was killed.
what would Mew's
Strangled to
avatar
death,
lie be?
Right?
toilet paper was the murder weapon.
Mew would have totally resisted if she was being strangled, right? Then it would have been
like her
impossible
actual
for someone
body?
as weak as me.
You talking about the strength of your virtual avatar? That wouldn't matter if you strangled her from behind.
In
nothing
which
to lie
case,
about there.
even if she did resist, the most she could have done is merely touch the culprit.
Exactly. She couldn't struggle much. So you could have kept strangling her, no problem.
Could have kept strangling her.
See, I told you I'm not the culprit.
How'd you arrive at that
I told you I'm not the
conclusion?
culprit. What would Miu's corpse be? What, we're gonna say that she's alive?
I am not the culprit. Didn't I prove that to you guys already? The clue is how Miu was killed.
I've already failed. Might as well just
Miu
throw
got
ram things
strangled
at
to
it until I
death,
get it.
right?
Toilet paper was the murder weapon.
Miu would have totally resisted if she was being strangled, right? Then it would have been impossible for someone as weak as me.
You talking about the strength of your virtual avatar? That wouldn't matter if you strangled her from behind.
In which case, even if she did resist, the most she could have done is merely touch the culprit.
Exactly. She couldn't struggle much. So you could have kept
I mean,
See, I told
How'd you arrive at that conclusion?
I am not the culprit. Didn't I prove that to you guys already? The clue is how Miu was killed.
Miu got strangled to death, right?
Toilet paper was the murder weapon.
right.
Miu would have totally resisted if she was being strangled, right? Then it would have been impossible for someone as weak as me.
You talking about the strength of your virtual avatar? That wouldn't matter if you strangled her from behind.
In which case, even if she did resist, the most she could have done is merely touch the culprit.
Exactly. She couldn't struggle much. So you could have kept strangling her, no problem.
See, I told you I'm
No. Okay. So it's not the norm. It's not as normal avatar. What would a lie here be?
I am not the culprit. Didn't I prove that to you guys already? The clue is how Miu was killed.
Miu got strangled to death, right?
Toilet paper was the murder weapon.
Miu would have totally resisted if she was being strangled, right? Then it would have been impossible for someone as weak as me.
You talking about the strength of your virtual avatar? That wouldn't matter if you strangled her from behind.
In which case, even if she did resist, the most she could have done is merely touch the culprit.
Exactly. She couldn't struggle much. So you could have kept strangling her, no problem.
See, I told you I'm not the culprit.
How'd you arrive at that conclusion?
Why is it the lie music if this isn't a lie? Like, there has to be a lie here. Like, I have no idea what it could even pretend to be. But like,
I am not the culprit. Didn't I prove that to you guys already? The clue is how Miu was killed.
Miu got strangled to death, right?
Toilet paper was the murder weapon.
Miu would have totally resisted if she was being strangled, right? Then it would have been impossible for someone as weak as me.
You talking about the...
I don't know. I have no idea. Nothing makes any logical sense. I'm trying to formulate what kind of lie we could give here 'Cause obviously we gotta incriminate Kokichi here, and then Kokichi can tell us the truth. I don't know. Maybe we're gonna say the murder weapon wasn't the toilet paper, but like, I don't know. I'll
Strength of your
try random
virtual
things
avatar?
before I just give up.
That wouldn't matter if you strangled her from behind.
In which case, even if she did resist, the most she could have done is merely touch the culprit.
Exactly. She couldn't struggle much. So you could have kept strangling her, no problem.
See, I told you I'm not the culprit.
Yeah, I
How'd you
told
arrive
you
at
not the
that
culprit.
conclusion?
I am not the culprit. Didn't I prove that to you guys already? The clue is how Mew is killed.
Mew got strangled to death, right?
Yep.
Toilet paper.
Tissue paper.
I am not the culprit. Didn't I prove that to you guys already? The clue is how Mew is killed.
Mew got strangled to death, right?
Toilet paper was the murder weapon.
Mew would have totally resisted if she was being strangled, right? Then it would have been impossible for someone as weak as me.
You talking about the strength of your virtual avatar? That wouldn't matter if you strangled her from behind.
In which case, even if she did resist, the most she could have done is merely touch the culprit.
Exactly. She couldn't struggle much. So you could have kept strangling her, no problem.
See, I told you I'm not the culprit.
How'd you arrive at that
There's
conclusion?
nothing to lie about there. It's like, there's nothing to lie about here. It's gotta just be the wrong music. Or something that makes absolutely no sense.
I am not the culprit. Didn't I prove that to you guys already? The clue is how Mew is killed.
I mean, we're catching him in a lie.
strangled to death,
Never know,
right?
not.
Toilet
Just tell the
paper was
truth.
the murder weapon.
Mew would have totally resisted if she was being strangled, right? Then it would have been impossible for someone as weak as me.
You talking about the strength of your virtual
I'm out of
avatar?
time. Whatever, let's just
That
do it.
wouldn't
I
matter
don't care
if you
anymore.
strangled her from behind.
In
I
which
get-
case,
I
even
get
if she did
self-care for each
resist,
even. I'll look it
the
up. I don't
most she
care.
could have done is merely touch the culprit.
That's annoying, though.
Exactly. She couldn't struggle much. So you could have kept strangling her, no problem.
Okay, I thought I missed. That's annoying. I have no idea what lie would even work there.
Actually, maybe it wasn't possible for
I don't
Kokichi
know.
to strangle Mew.
Why wasn't it possible?
Mew modified my avatar, so if she attacked me, I wouldn't be able to resist. If Mew touched me, then I'd be unable to move.
Huh?
I don't know. That's gonna annoy me.
So I would have had to kill her instantly, such as stabbing or hitting. I couldn't have murdered her by strangulation, because it'd be game over if she touched me.
What?
Well, if you were using the toilet paper, you wouldn't need to touch her directly.
But if you can't be touched while you're wrapping the toilet paper around her neck, then it would be impossible.
Which means, as long as she died from strangulation, it couldn't have been me.
Wait, what if it was something besides strangulation then? Like,
There's no doubt Mew was strangled. We already discussed this.
Kaito is really desperate to make me the culprit. No matter how much you whine about it, you can't change the truth. The culprit who killed Mew is Gonta Gokuhara! This is the truth you all adore so much.
No! Gonta not kill Mew! It's true! You gotta believe Gonta! Gonta would never hurt anyone!
I believe you. You've been risking yourself to protect everyone. There's no way Gonta would kill. He won't even kill bugs.
I believe Gonta too. I'm not gonna listen to Kokichi's lies.
of course! Who'd believe a liar like him? He's lying about Gonta being the culprit, so there's no point talking about it.
I don't know about that. If we want the truth, we might have to ask her for caution.
Right, Shuichi? You think so too, don't you?
I know how important it is to believe, but as the ultimate detective, I know we can't solve this case with belief alone.
Huh?
It's just that something doesn't add up. I have this feeling something's off. We can't keep going back and forth like this. We need to discuss this.
What, you wanna suspect Gonta?
Too bad, Kaito. Looks like Shuichi agrees with me.
No, I'm not trying to...
Oh, the irony! It's all thanks to Kaito that Shuichi got his act together as a detective. And now, Shuichi's intuition as a detective has made him more suspicious of others. Well, can't be helped. That's just what a detective does.
That's not it, Kokichi. I'm just trying to make sure that everyone
Shuichi, Gonta really not do it. Gonta, please, leave Gonta.
We might as well discuss it.
What?
As a precautionary measure, that's all. I think we need to seriously discuss whether Gonta was capable of committing this crime. Only then can we arrive at a logical decision.
You guys, why don't you get it? That's just what Kokichi wants. He's just trying to split us up. Shuichi, open your eyes!
But...
2-for-1 Truth Special!
Oh, okay,
Sorry
we're
to
gonna
ruin
do
this
the
tense moment, but you guys seem pretty evenly split right
battlegrounds
now.
or whatever.
So, the Ultimate
Yeah.
Academy is proud to present its
That is
very
still
own
annoying
more
me.
phenomenal
I have no idea what that live would be.
grounds.
So we're gonna do that again?
Yeah, we did one
Shuichi,
chapter.
Why? Why don't you understand? You're my sidekick, aren't you? Kaito.
Of course I don't believe Gonta. I don't want to think that he killed somebody. But as the old detective, I can't tell him the truth. I need to find the truth. Could Gonta have committed the crime? Abso-bloody-lutely.
Shuichi, are you saying that Gonta is the culprit?
I can't find it.
Gonta is
Culprit.
such a sweetheart.
Ah.
He wouldn't hurt a fly.
Could Gonta have even made it to the rooftop without being noticed?
Stop.
Kibo! The entrance hall is all that separates the rooftop from the mansion exterior.
There should have been witnesses at the entrance hall.
Entrance hall.
I got this! No, none of us were in charge of the entrance hall.
But Kokichi confessed he was working with Monokuma.
Kokichi?
That isn't possible, because Kokichi's avatar had special settings.
Nope. It's Monokuma.
It's all a lie.
Kibo! That isn't possible, because Kokichi's avatar had special settings.
Gonta not kill Mew! Honest! Shuichi, are you saying that...
Alright, let's try it again.
Shuichi, are you saying that Gonta is the culprit?
Culprit.
Gonta is such a...
I got this!
That's too fast.
Can't say for sure he's the culprit. I'm saying we can't rule it out.
Could Gonta have even made it to the rooftop with
Kibo!
Rooftop.
The entrance hall is all that separates the rooftop from the mansion exterior.
Oh, yeah, obviously I can use that.
There should have been witnesses at the entrance hall.
I got this! No, none of us were in charge of the entrance hall.
But Kokichi confessed he was working with Monokuma.
Kibo!
That isn't possible,
No, it's
because
Monokuma.
Kokichi's avatar had special settings.
Ah.
It's
Oh,
all
well.
a lie.
Kibo!
That isn't possible, because Kokichi's
Because
avatar had
Kokichi's
special
avatar had
settings.
special settings.
Gonta not kill Mew! Honest!
Kokichi, don't you realize these so-called sweethearts can commit crimes too?
Shuichi, are you saying...
Alright, let's try it again. Culprit.
Shuichi, are you saying that Gonta is the
I
culprit?
got this! I can't say for sure he's the culprit. I'm saying we can't rule it out.
Gonta is such a sweetheart. He wouldn't hurt a
Sweetheart.
fly.
Kokichi, don't you realize these so-called sweethearts can commit crimes too?
Could Gonta have
rooftop.
even made it?
Kibo!
The entrance hall is all that separates the rooftop from the mansion exterior.
There should have been witnesses...
I got
Entrance
this!
hall.
No, none of us were in charge of the entrance hall.
But Kokichi confessed he...
Monokuma.
I did cooperate with Monokuma, but only on a temporary basis.
It's all a lie.
Kibo!
Kokichi.
That isn't possible,
And Miyu.
because Kokichi's avatar had special settings.
Gonta not...
I got this! The truth is, Gonta could have murdered Mew.
This is our answer!
In my opinion, as long as it is possible that Gonta is the culprit, we have to discuss it.
That's ridiculous. You're going to believe Kokichi over Gonta?
That's not it at all. I just want the truth. If we're going to survive, I have to find the truth.
But Gonta telling truth. Gonta really not culprit.
I still don't think Gonta's lying.
Oh, he's not intentionally
But
lying.
didn't I tell you guys already? If you're planning to expose a liar, then you have to corner them psychologically.
Yeah, and like...
Only then will they reveal their true self as a liar, hiding beneath a layer of deceit. That's why it hurts my heart to persecute Gonta like this! Gonta, if you understand, then do it right. Make logical arguments for the truth.
Logical arguments?
It means use your head to make arguments.
Use head?
What I'm trying to say is, if you aren't the culprit, then you gotta prove that you aren't!
But Gonta really not know.
I'm sick of hearing you say you don't know! God, why are you so dumb?
Gonta just want to help everyone, like true gentlemen.
You're a true gentleman? More like a true nincompoop.
Hey! Now that's just bullying.
Bullying? Yeah, so what? That's what you do in this game, right? You guys blame and gang up on me, but now you're gonna pretend to be good people?
No, I never ganged up.
Gonta, argue back already! Just make an excuse or whatever!
Stop it! That's enough!
Stop what? You mean stop the game? Hey, do you even know what you're saying?
Yeah, I know. What about it? I don't want to survive if it means I have to stoop to your level.
Oh, that's a low blow right there. Then just die in a hole for all I care! We want to live, so stop getting in our way!
Wait. If you don't shut your mouth, then I'll shut it for you. Permanently.
Muggy, please, calm down.
Sorry. It Gonta's fault everyone's so upset. But Gonta telling truth! Gonta really not culprit! 'Cause Gonta not know anything! Really!
Cut it out already! That's all you've been saying this whole time!
You're the one that needs to cut it out.
Wait, what did Kokichi say? All you've been saying this whole time. That's true about Gonta. This whole time, Gonta has been saying doesn't know anything. Gonta don't understand either. Miyu will end up like this when Gonta wake up. Gonta was sleepy too. Had a strange dream. Gonta didn't understand anything. Gonta not know. Murder already happened when Gonta wake up. But why this happen? Why Miyu kill? Gonta don't understand. Gonta don't understand anything at all. Because Gonta have no idea what he's talking about. But when exactly did he start using that defense? After logging out of the virtual... I mean, technically even before. Because he didn't know about the virtual world, but... I guess after logging out, right? That's it. It means after he logged out, that means...
Gonta get into an accident in the virtual world?
Accident?
The accident that hurt Gonta. That was... the Avatar error.
This is it! When we logged into the virtual world, an avatar user error occurred.
Some sort of Avatar error, user error occurred when you all logged in for the first time. An error. Yeah, the contents of the error are unknown, so I can't provide details. But something strange definitely happened to someone's avatar when you all logged in.
An avatar user error?
Ever since Gonta logged out, he's been saying, I don't know, I don't understand.
That's because Gonta doesn't understand the virtual world, right?
Well, he did whilst we were in there.
That's what I thought at first. But I think it's because of the error.
What you mean?
If that error is what is affecting Gonta, and it's making him forgetful and loopy, then what was the error? What could it have been? Memory loss. Notice how these M's are the correct way around? Isn't that weird? RY. Loss. L-O. There we go.
I believe it's possible that Gonta doesn't remember what happened in the virtual world.
Huh? He doesn't remember?
You started saying, "I don't know anything," after leaving the virtual world. I think that's the result of some kind of memory error.
Oh, that's why he doesn't remember anything that happened in the virtual world. Not even killing Mew.
What? That's ridiculous! Quit screwing around!
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous.
What do you mean he doesn't remember? He's just confused.
Gonta told us he was bad with computers, remember?
Memory or no memory, Gonta never hurt anyone!
No way Gonta's the culprit!
Alright. Device
Never hurt
instructions.
anyone! Gonta wants to keep everyone safe!
Isn't he just confused?
Would never kill a friend.
Okay.
Gonta is gentlemen! Gentlemen protect friends!
Right.
Your lies aren't...
But because we're all okay, that means there was no I heard it!
The cause
Was
of
that
the
the
error
same
that
music
affected
as-
Gonta's avatar
Maybe I'm going crazy.
is the 2 cords on the helmet used to log into the virtual world.
That sounded like the perjury music, but I don't think I can lie during a mass panic debate. I think I'm just going crazy. Put the red consciousness cord in the right port and the blue memory cord in the left. Out of curiosity, what happens if you switch the cords? I don't know, I've never done it before. Probably gets all glitchy or something.
I think that Gonta messed up something with the cords, causing the error.
If he mixed the consciousness and memory cords, then there'd be an error with memory. Like
And
an
consciousness.
error that won't let you bring your avatar's memories to the real world?
What?
Gonta, do you think it's possible that you improperly connected the cords?
How Gonta supposed to remember that?
He couldn't have messed it up. I said it over and over.
Yeah, that's probably the problem.
Right is the hand you hold your chopsticks in.
Yeah, my right hand.
Oh, but Gonta hold chopsticks with this hand.
Yeah, your right hand. That's his right hand.
That's your left hand!
What?
Looks like it's decided!
What's decided? He's wrong, isn't he, Gonta? You remember the virtual world, don't you?
Gonta not remember. Gonta not even go to this virtual world place.
What?
Gonta fall asleep when he put helmet on. When Gonta wake up, Mew dead. Gonta not know what happened. So, Gonta worry. Gonta not understand what everyone talking about.
No, it can't be.
But Gonta try his best to understand. Gonta imagine real hard.
That's enough, Gonta. We already know.
Know what?
We know that you totally forgot about teaming up with me and killing Mew.
Wait a minute! That lie! Gonta not kill Mew! Cause why would Gonta do that?
Yeah, it's a lie! I'll never accept this! And besides, Gonta's got no motive to kill Mew!
How about
I
that?
already gave you my testimony on how I came up with the murder plan.
And I'm saying I don't believe you!
Kokichi, if what you're saying is true, why did you plan it this way? You wanted to plan the murder yourself, but have someone else carry it out?
Is the person who planned it also included as a blackened with the perpetrator?
Nope! Only the person who actually commits the murder becomes the blackened!
Which kind of contradicts the third trial from the first game, where I forget her name, but you know the evil hellspawn from Satan had the what was that guy's name? I forget his name, but you had the ultimate anime waifu guy commit the first murder on the Ultimate Hall Monitor, and then the Ultimate Hellspawn killed him. But yeah.
Then there's no incentive to just plan the murder.
But Gonta's such a gentle soul. Why would he agree to this?
Hold on! That hasn't been decided yet!
Who cares about the motive? Let's vote for the culprit already!
I care about the motive!
Well, I don't care. Finding the culprit is more important in this class trial. Talking about the motive is meaningless. It's not necessary for this specific case.
No matter what you say, I'll never believe your lies.
We all agree that Gonta is the culprit, right? It would be impossible for anyone but him.
Impossible? Why?
It's pretty obvious if you use the process of elimination. Which means, Shuichi, you'll be my partner, right?
As always.
Because if you don't face the truth, then we'll all die, right?
Well, not all of us.
And you don't
Gonta would
want
live.
that, do you? Okay, let's begin!
Quit screwing around! I'm done putting up with your selfish bullshit!
Kaito, we should listen to his explanation. Our lives depend on it.
So, we can now take Keyboy, Himiko, and Maki off the suspect list. Shuichi, would you care to explain? I doubt they'll believe it if it came from me.
The reason Kibo, Himiko, and Maki can be eliminated from the suspects is because they didn't have the motive. Right? Or wait. Yeah, that's the three on
They couldn't
the
get
other
to
side
the
I'm thinking
crime
of.
scene, could they?
The bridge from the chapel to the mansion was gone, and only Miu could pass through the wall. The three at the chapel had no way to get to the mansion, so they couldn't have done it.
Right.
Kaito is the next one off our suspect list, and you know why, right?
He was logged out.
Kaito had logged out ahead of us.
Miu logged Kaito out from the start. But she did that to make us think the murder happened in the real world, right? Since we figured out the actual killing happened in the virtual world, it would have been impossible for Kaito, who had already logged out. Miu's time of death was around 6:30 in the morning. That's after Kaito logged out.
Correct.
Ugh.
Like by about an
Kokichi's
hour.
completely
Jeez.
running the show now.
Hey, he's been running the show the entire game.
My synergy with Shuichi is super on point now, so let's move on to the remaining suspects.
Oh man.
Gonta, Samugi, Shuichi, and me. Samugi and Shuichi can be crossed off. But what's the reason for that?
We saw me or we saw the alibis? Okay.
Tsumugi and I are witnesses to each other's alibis.
Both of you heard Miu hitting the chapel wall, right? The
Oh,
culprit
okay.
was
That makes more
definitely on the
sense, yeah.
roof during that time,
I didn't think
since
about
they
that.
slid Mew down. Because of that, Shuichi and Tsumugi can't be the culprit. That leaves only Gonta and me as the remaining suspects.
Then you're the culprit!
Sorry for getting your hopes up, but didn't I already explain that's impossible?
The avatar setting.
If Mew touched him, he'd freeze in place. Kokichi wasn't capable of strangling her.
So then, it's down to one person. And who was that again?
Mew.
Well, who is it?
Don't answer, Shuichi! You don't need to answer that!
Yeah, it's a trick question.
This is all
Don't do it,
Kokichi's
Shuichi.
trap!
Yeah. Can't fall for his trap card.
It's Gonta.
Shuichi?
Yep, Gonta is the only person who could have committed the murder. You get it now, right? That's the truth we were all reaching for.
I mean, Mew could have sororied herself and then magically end up on a
The
sled.
thing you guys wanted
and
so
crash into the church.
badly! A truth without any lies! Mew Iruma's killer is Gonta Gokuhara!
Really? Did Gonta really do it?
Jeez, is that really your reaction? It would have been fun if you went all crazy. But you forgot everything, so oh well. A culprit who can't remember their murder is pretty interesting. So, better than nothing. If Gonta remembered, his cover would have been blown so fast. Especially since he's an idiot.
Hold on. I still haven't accepted this. This has gotta be Kokichi's trap. I still believe in Gonta. He's not the kind of person who'd kill.
Kaito.
I already said this a million times, Kaito. You shouldn't use emotions to
You want proof? I've got your proof. After Tsumugi and Shuichi heard Kibo's voice in the mansion, they ran outside. And who did they see out there?
Oh, Suichi Smoogie. Gonta, did you see Kibo around here anywhere? No, Gonta don't see him.
Gonta.
Kokichi said it himself. When Mew's avatar crashed into the chapel wall, the culprit must have been on the roof.
I see. If Gonta's the culprit, it'd be weird if he wasn't on the roof.
It's possible that he fled the mansion after he heard the impact.
You'd have to go through the entrance hall to get outside the mansion from the roof.
Not necessarily.
Is that where Shuichi and Tsumugi ran to when they heard the crashing sound?
Then maybe he jumped off the roof.
It's not possible. That rooftop was pretty high up.
I mean, it's not two stories.
Normally, Gonta could have done it, but his avatar wasn't strong enough. How about that? Now you get it, right? If Gonta was the culprit, there's no way he could have been outside the mansion.
Now you can't say Gonta's the culprit. Congrats, Gonta.
What? Really?
It would have been so nice to know the truth. If Kaito were right, and this horrible trial would just end.
No,
But-
that's wrong.
What?
Just because Gonta was at the mansion doesn't mean that he isn't the culprit. All the culprit needed was a way to get from the roof to outside the mansion.
Huh?
Looks like Shuichi got it. I'll leave the rest to him.
Kaito, I know how you feel. I know because we all feel it. But we have to face the truth. No matter how cruel that truth may be, we need to face it to survive.
Whose side are you on, Shuichi?
Kaito, please.
Aren't you my sidekick? Was that just a lie?
Kaito!
What? We'd never lie.
Fine then! I'll tear that sorry reasoning of yours apart and wake you up!
I can't down my detective work now. If I want to survive, I can't back down. Oh, this bloody minigame.
I'll never accept this! Don't you know Gonta at all? Not the kind of guy who kills someone. Don't you know that about him by now? I'll never accept this! Don't you know Gonta at all? Damn it! Why won't you believe Gonta? Why are you listening to Kokichi? Aren't you my sidekick? Wake up, Shuichi!
I messed that one up.
Why
completely.
won't you believe Gonta? Why are you listening to Kokichi? Aren't you my sidekick? Wake up, Shuichi! Why won't you believe Gonta? Why are you listening to Kokichi? Aren't you my sidekick? Wake up, Shuichi! Why won't you believe Gonta? Why are you listening to Kokichi? Damn it! Who do you want to believe?
Kokichi.
Remember what Kokichi has done to us! Remember how Gonta's always tried to protect us! How could Gonta be the culprit? Still want to accuse him, huh? Saying the truth this, the truth that. There's a reason Gonta's not the culprit! Who do you want to believe? Remember what Kokichi has done to us! Remember how Gonta's always tried to protect us! How could Gonta be the culprit? Still want to accuse him, huh? Saying the truth this, the truth that. There's a reason Gonta's not the culprit, damn it! There's no way to leave the mansion from the rooftop!
Toilet paper discovered outside of the mansion.
It ends here!
Damn it!
The toilet paper we found outside the mansion. That's what the culprit used to get from the roof to the ground.
Toilet paper?
The same toilet paper that was used as the murder weapon. That's why we didn't find it anywhere else. Not at the scene of the crime, nor on... It was outside the mansion.
Hold on. If they use the toilet paper as a rope to get down from the roof, then they need to tie it to something. But there was nothing to tie it to. I know because I investigated the roof.
You're stubborn, Kaito. You're still going on about this.
Of course I am! I'm gonna believe in Gonta till the very end!
No, there was something that the toilet paper could have been tied to.
What?
Yeah, the place where the toilet paper was tied down. I assume this.
There!
Alright.
The binoculars on the rooftop. The toilet paper could have been tied there. However, I don't think the culprit actually tied it down there. They just hung it.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
And then used the doubled up toilet paper to climb down. But in that case, they would have had to tug on it in order to take it down.
Yep, that's correct. Because I came up with that idea.
That makes more sense.
But I thought I told Gonta to put the toilet paper back in the bathroom. Oh, I guess he ran into someone on the way and then threw it somewhere close by. Looks like Kaito's morale is shot, so this whole thing is done now.
The matter does appear to be settled.
That... it's...
So, it true. Going to really kill Mew.
But I'm the one who came up with the plan. Anyway, just admit your crime, Gonta. Even though you don't remember, you still did it.
But why did Gonta do such a terrible thing?
Wait, before you start crying, you gotta admit your crime first.
Stop! I won't let you, Kokichi. If anyone is gonna get him to confess, it's me.
Yes, because we are the ultimate liar.
Gonta,
Not you,
I'm going to look
Kokichi.
back at the whole case one more time, okay? When you're convinced, you just let me know, all right? Let's...
Okay.
Alright. So we have a cell phone, bottle poison, and the toilet paper doesn't tear. That's the map. What's Mewtwo and the others left the mansion? Right, she knocked over the bridge. Or hold on. That would be here, right? Would Mew bring to Speech Lab? Yeah, poison. So we got a cell phone and toilet paper doesn't tear. That'd be Kaito, so this is what the cell phone would be. Well, let's use what weapon Mew brought to kill Kokichi was a hammer. Then they used toilet paper, that doesn't tear. Alright, what else we got? Dupe and dupe. Map the virtual world. Okay. Lattice like a sled. That's gonna be way out here. Okay. Kaito getting logged out against her will, or against his will. Okay, we got two more. River, Sunburn in the river, and me smuggling a hammer. Alright. Which color did the culprit stick into the right port? The wrong one. Whatever that color is. Alright. And this guy. What we got? Who investigated the roof? Well, we were investigating the kitchen. Samugi was a dining hall. Who investigated outside? Kaito would it? Well, no. Kaito's on the roof, right? Yeah, okay. And the culprit's outside with a Kokichi. And where's the final one? There we go.
This is the truth of the case! The case began last night. After being convinced by Mew, we all logged in to the virtual world. To log in, you have to plug the memory and consciousness cords into the device. So, we all plugged those cords into our helmets and entered the virtual world. But the culprit had accidentally plugged their cords into the wrong ports. Because of this, a connection error occurred between the culprit's brain and their avatar. As a result, the culprit would forget everything that happened in the virtual world. It's possible that this had an effect on their avatar's personality as well. Because I can't believe that someone so kind could commit murder. But we had no idea this error even happened, and so we all logged in one by one. Meanwhile, Mew was the last to log in. She had modified the killing game simulator so she could accomplish a specific goal. After Mew confirmed we were all logged in, she took out the bottle of poison and placed it on Kokichi's seat. This was done to make it look like Kokichi was killed by poison when we returned. Yes, the reason Mew modified the simulator and brought us to the virtual world was to kill Kokichi in the virtual world, but make it look like he had died in the real world. After we had all logged in, Mew explained the world to us. Use the salon phone to log out, objects are unbreakable, your avatars use all 5 senses. She also explained the map of the virtual world in the mansion's entrance hall. But her explanation was intentionally false. She wanted us to misunderstand the world. However, one of us was able to see through her scheme. The very person Mew was trying to kill. Kokichi was going to use Mew's plan against her and plotted her murder. But Kokichi wouldn't do it himself. He used a patsy to be the culprit in this case. Kokichi was tight-lipped about the motive, so I don't know why the culprit agreed. But it seems as though right after logging in, when Kokichi and the culprit went outside, they were already working together to execute the murder. Eventually, we met up with Kokichi and crossed the river to the chapel. Mew had us split up to try to find some secret of the outside world. Kaito, Kokichi, Gonta, Tsumugi, and I investigated the mansion, while Maki, Himiko, Kibo, and Mew investigated the chapel. Splitting us up was also part of Mew's plan. At the chapel, Mew told Maki that she was going to look around outside. She chased after our group while we were heading toward the mansion. Once she made sure we were across, she dropped the bridge into the river. This was to trick us into thinking that the river separated the mansion and chapel, At the time, we thought nothing of it. It was just another one of Mew's pranks. That's why we continued with the original plan to find the secret of the outside world. We went to the mansion and split up to look for clues. Kokichi searched the salon. Kaito searched the roof. Tsumugi searched the dining room. I searched the kitchen. And finally, the culprit searched outside the mansion. Around that time, Mew was headed for the wall that was on the side of the chapel. She passed through the wall and headed for the mansion to kill Kokichi. You see, the wall was a special wall that Mew had added herself. This wall was programmed so that only objects could pass through. And Mew had changed her avatar settings from human to object. That was the hidden route she prepared for herself. She set up a wall that only she could pass through. Mew headed toward the mansion, but she was seen by Tsumugi on the way. When she entered the mansion, she pulled out her cell phone. She didn't tell us that there was another way to log out. Then, she spoke a name into the phone, which forced that person to log out. It was Kaito who was on the roof at the time. The same roof where Kokichi and Mew were going to meet. By having Kaito search the roof and then forcing him to log out, she was making him look the most suspicious, but her plan didn't go smoothly. Kokichi was waiting on the roof with a culprit and the toilet paper used to kill Mew. While Mew was distracted by Kokichi, the culprit snuck up from behind. And used the toilet paper from the mansion's bathroom to strangle Mew. This was only possible because objects in the virtual world are unbreakable. Mew's avatar was strangled to death, and the shock killed Mew in the real world. After the murder, Kokichi left the cleanup to the culprit and left the roof. He probably returned to the salon as soon as he could to avoid drawing suspicion. The culprit then took the lattice from the storage room and placed Mew's body on top along with the hammer and the cell phone. The culprit heaved the lattice over the railing and forcefully slid it down the roof slope. With a body on top of it, the lattice became a makeshift sled and flew off the roof. It went through the wall that only objects can pass through before crashing into the chapel. That was the crashing sound that Kibo heard in the chapel and we heard in the mansion. Mew's wall hid the fact that the mansion and chapel were actually right next to each other. That's why Tsumugi and I were able to hear the crash from the mansion. As the final step, the culprit had to then get off the roof. Because we were at the mansion, they couldn't take the stairs or they'd be seen. So they used the toilet paper again to escape from the rooftop. They hung the toilet paper from the binoculars on the roof and used it like a rope to climb down. Once the culprit was safely on the ground, they pulled at the toilet paper to retrieve it. They would have returned it to the bathroom, but they ran into us as we were leaving the mansion. In a panic, the culprit tossed the toilet paper somewhere nearby. Without that one little mistake, we might never have solved this case because the culprit doesn't remember. This is the truth you've forgotten, Gonta Gokuhara, the old...
Alright.
Gonta, this is the truth we've reached.
Sorry. Gonta not really understand, 'cause Gonta not smart boy.
He's like double Himiko's size.
If everyone agree,
Like, height-wise.
everyone, Gonta, trust everyone.
Gonta.
But why? Gonta kill Mew, forget everything. Gonta even think he not do anything bad. And then Gonta try to blame someone else and make everyone suffer. Why? Why Gonta do such terrible thing?
Gonta, it's not your fault.
It's Kokichi's fault. He must have tricked Gonta.
Huh? I totally didn't trick him. Before we go into that, it's voting time. We should finish up the class trial first.
But is this the right answer? We're not being fooled by Kokichi?
For once, I wish that we were.
Huh? Wrapping things up already? What a buzzkill of an ending! It lacks the rush of previous voting times. Well, after so many killing games, I guess it was bound to happen eventually.
It's just as well. This killing game is a bad influence on the baby.
Just ignore it.
Oh, my,
Just ignore it.
You're even starting to look like a father.
Just
Yeah,
ignore it.
I gotta get my act together for the baby.
Now then, pull yourselves together and let's begin! The heart-racing excitement as the blackened and the spotless face off! It's voting time!
Alright. Alright, let's vote for the correct person this time.
It seems the voting has finished. Now then, let's see the result.
Oh, someone else vote for Kokichi. I guess it'd be Gonta. Oh wait, there's only 7.
Who will be chosen as the blackened?
Did Kaita go Kokichi? Yay! You probably did a lot better there, but like 17. Oh well. I'm an A on everything else. It's fine. Should I wonder? Yeah, so it still shows that we're on normal, even though we're clearly not. Weird. Oh.
Absolutely right!
Well, look at that. You voted correctly. Congratulations, you guys. Give yourselves a hand. Let me hear your joyful voices.
Let me hear your joyful voices!
Damn.
Why? Jeez, they're just moping around. They should be happy for themselves. I'm super happy. What should we name the kid? Good question. We should prepare 6 names. What? We're having 6 tuplets? I'm sorry, people might go crazy. Hey, Kokichi, you said live things up? What gives, huh?
Here.
You said you're gonna live up this killing in this class trial. And you said that. And I said I put the motive, the secret of the outside world, into the killing game simulator. That was just a lie. So it's just a lie? He just laughed it off? You satisfied, Kokichi? Now why don't you tell us? What is the outside world? Is that the motive you gave Gonta? I plan to explain all of that. But it's more like, how do I say it? You guys are just gonna assume it's a lie, so if you hear from my cute little lips. Oh yeah, let's have Gonta explain. Oh,
Please
Gonta.
stop!
Oh, Gonta doesn't remember anything. How can you expect him to? Then we should go back in the killing game simulator.
Because?
What? Why don't we ask the Gonta in the virtual world? But going back to the virtual world is... There's a much easier way than that pain-in-the-ass method.
Gonta's memories didn't transfer over, so they're still in the virtual world as data. I can combine Gonta's consciousness from his last login with that leftover memory data. Ta-da! Alter Ego Gonta is now complete.
Alter ego?
Yeah, Alter Ego.
Basically, it's a separate Gonta that only exists in virtual space. If we listen to what he says, we should be able to find out what happened in that world.
Huh? What this? What happening?
Is this Gonta? Is this
What's
Gonta?
that mean?
What sort of phenomenon is this? What do you plan to do? Relax, Himiko. It's not magic, or it's not a trick. Alter Ego Gonta is just a computer simulation. It's imitating Gonta's thought patterns. It's actually different from real Gonta. Gonta don't understand. Who this Alter Ego person?
Now then.
See? See, this is stupid like the real Gonta. You can hardly tell the difference. Plus, he's got Gonta's memories of the virtual world, so he should remember what happened.
Please.
Then, other Gonta, tell Gonta. Why did Gonta kill Miyu? Kill Miyu? Why does other Gonta know about...
Man.
Yeah, unfortunately, our plan failed. You can tell us the truth now.
Oh, Gonta.
Then Gonta no could save everyone? Save everyone?
Gonta don't know.
Hey, answer Gonta. Why did Gonta kill Miyu? Gonta just, wanted to save everyone. He wanted to save everyone.
Gonta.
That's what you mean. Gonta think for a long time. How can Gonta be useful to everyone? Gonta's not smart to help with trials. Gonta's strong, but no can fight themselves. Gonta feel frustrated because Gonta no can do anything. Gonta understands how this Gonta feels. Technically, they are the same person. So that's why Gonta think he have to do it for everyone's sake. Gonta think he gotta do it because everyone else wants to. So Gonta kill Miyu. What do you mean by that? I don't get it at all. Jeez, Gonta's bad explain as always. Guess I have to help. So, if you remember what happened at that time. No, we shouldn't. If we want to prevent another murder from happening, I'll take his keycard then. Kokichi used his body to his advantage and took keycard from Akuma.
Huh?
So the keycard, you used it. After working tirelessly, I found the door for the keycard hit. After opening it, I saw the outside world. The outside world?
What?
Is that Monokuma's motive? But why would seeing the outside world be a motive? I'll tell you guys in a sec, but that was when I found out about Mia's plan. And it hit me, if I combine the two, I'd be able to save everyone. What do you mean? Hey now, you gotta listen to everything I say first. Anyway, that's when I made the deal with Monokuma. I livened up the killing game. Then, he would let me use the outside world as a motive again.
In other words...
Again. Let me chime in. The motive keycard that Kokichi nabbed was the right to view the outside world. But even though he saw the outside world, he didn't try to use it for the killing game. That disappointed me. But then Kokichi suggested that we reuse the motive. He said we should bring back the right to view the outside world one more time. I decided to run with that idea. So I loaded a flashback light with the memories of the outside world and put it in the simulation. Where's the outside world in a flashback light? The secret of the outside world in the virtual world was about the flashlight? And if it was a flashback light, it would mean the secret of the outside world is a part of forgotten memories. What are you saying? Why would anything about the outside world be a motive in the first place? What's going on here? Oh, you can't remember? Okay, fine. Let's talk about motive later. We'll have to finish up this case first. Monokuma hid the flashback light in the simulator, but I knew where it was hidden. And so I showed it to Gota in the virtual world. You even know where it was hidden? That's not fair. Whoa, I've just placed it. I never actually hid it. If anyone had asked, I'd have gladly told you where it was. It's a little late for that.
Messing around.
So Gunta was exposed to flashback light? Yeah, Kokichi and Gunta leave together. But Gunta can watch Kokichi, so he not do anything weird. Oh, Gunta's so sweet. Why didn't you say that? With your ridiculous physical strength, as long as you're selfless and courageous, you make a terrific bodyguard. Bodyguard? With you by my side, I know I'll be safe from any trap. Okay then, let's go. Wait, Kokichi. Okay, leave it to Gota. Gota keep eye on Kokichi.
Could it be?
Was Kokichi trying to lure Gunta off by himself? The only person I trust in the secret of the outside world is Gunta. After that, Gota got taken to forest near mansion. Is this flashback light? Looks like it. Made to see the outside world's hidden it. We gotta tell everyone. Wait. Are you sure you don't believe a liar like me so easily? Huh? This might be a trap, you know. Shouldn't you check if I'm lying first? I mean, if you want to protect everyone, right? This is the perfect time to do it. Protect everyone.
How'd this happen?
And there, Gunta remembers secret of outside world. But that just confused Gunta more about what to do. So Gunta do... What can Gunta do to save everyone? Gunta no can think of anything. So I told him, if you want to save everyone, you should put everyone out of their misery. In other words, a mercy kill.
What did you say?
No way!
Was Gunta tricked? No, you were not tricked. Because when Gunta remembers secret of outside world, Gunta think, it would be easier to die. What? Remember what everyone said at the beginning? That this academy is hell? Gunta agree. Academy that forces students to be part of killing game is hell. So, everyone thinks they want to escape this place, right? But if it's still hell outside, what do we do? Inside is hell, outside is hell. What should Gunta and friends live for?
Happen?
If everyone who died, what did they die for? Hell outside and hell inside. Then Kokichi tell me. Best way to save everyone from hell is to put them out of their misery while they still not know. And only one who could do such dirty work is Gunta. Yeah, that's right. The only way you could save everyone is to free them from this hell. Gunta took on the dirty work for us. If he had survived class trial, he would have lived this hell alone. Gonta took that on that role for us. Should we appreciate it more? Oh, wait a minute. I don't know what's happening. What outside world are you talking about? It's hell out there? What do you mean? What did Kokichi and Gonta see? What did we forget?
Hey!
Hurry up and tell us, or we'll be able to understand it all. Gonta, we're pushing to such a thing. Actually, Gonta. Sorry, Gonta can no tell you. Can't tell us why. Because if Gonta tell you, then everyone will have like Gonta. Everyone despair. Despair? I know it. A despair that makes you want to die. A despair that makes you want to put everyone out of their misery. Don't you think the kind of... did you think the kind Gonta would tell you about such despair from his own mouth? But now we don't know any more than we started. Now, you know how Gonta and I formed the Killing Busters game, right? Killing Game Busters, right? Then, you can't accept everything about this case. You can imagine the rest, right? I used Miu's plan to turn it against her. I hid Gonta away from sight, where Miu and I were supposed to meet. Huh? Gonta's not here? Yeah, you're right. Oh man, I'm honored. You asked me to meet with you, Miu. Is this a booty call? Or are you to kill me? So you figured out, huh? But there's nothing you can do. You can't resist me. I made sure of it when I programmed your settings. Oh, guess I'm in trouble now. I'm sorry, but just give up. This is my only chance. I have no choice but to do this. My inventions change the world, so I make the world a better place. It's my duty as a genius inventor, so I can't afford to die here. Sorry, Gonta's so sorry. Don't be sorry, Gonta. She was trying to kill me too. She said it was for the world or whatever. That's just a poor excuse. We need to stop the vicious cycle of misery, so you need to apologize. Gonta's sorry. Gonta's so sorry, Miu. I didn't apologize. We have to do this for everyone's sake.
It can't be!
Gonta would never. You should know that it was Gonta's idea to slide the body to the chapel wall. What? Gonta's idea? Before Gonta went to roof, he happened to see Miu walk through wall. Gonta saw Kokichi, and he's thinking of everything else. Gonta gave me that chance. I'd like to think we make a pretty good team. Good? Well, what's good about that? You're the worst. That whole story. Everything that happened. So in the end, you don't plan to tell us the secret of the outside world?
Sorry!
Sorry, go to know what can tell you.
Around.
Well, I mean, hearing that story, it sounds like you were tripping Kokichi. But Gonta did kill Miu. Gonta really did it. Sorry, everyone. Gonta's so sorry. But Gonta's plan to save everyone failed. Gonta not save anyone. Gonta just make everyone suffer more.
Idiot!
Gonta is stupid. So stupid. How can Gonta call himself gentleman? Everyone, please forgive him. Gonta tried to save us all from despair by taking on the sin of killing us. But you reached for the truth, and Gonta's plan failed. All of you could have been saved if you died without knowing anything. So, you're saying it was wrong to fight for the truth? Yeah, it was. At least, Gonta and I think so. And you all should have died ignorant. Gonta even killed Miu for that sake, you know. Enough of your shit, you better kill him! Oh, Gonta's bad. Because Gonta kills someone. Gonta's murder, it's true. Yes, Gonta make everyone suffer. That is true.
Everyone.
Sorry, Gonta is sorry he failed everyone. Gonta is sorry for being stupid. Gonta is sorry he make everyone suffer. Gonta's so sorry. We get it. You don't need to apologize anymore. You're probably thinking that I should have taken on the dirty work and not Gonta, right? Everyone hates me, so the villain role is perfect for me. I know that already. It's my responsibility. But when I realized Miu was targeting me, I thought to myself, he must have a way to prevent me from fighting back to the virtual world. In fact, you're right. She set it up so that she could paralyze you with just a touch. That's fine, that's Gonta. I would have done it myself if I could. You need to push everything you want to. It's okay. Everyone, please. Don't blame Kokichi anymore. Please. And to you. How nice can you be, Gunta? You really are stupid sometimes. You're right. So someone as stupid as Gunta could never be gentleman. Hey, are we like done yet? You've been talking for like the last 20 minutes.
Huh? And
what?
Another thing.
God, you can start talking circles. Let's do like the exciting stuff. Pooh! Bigly, anticipate punishment time. If you're gonna punish him, then please punish me too.
I know that.
I'm prepared for it. If you're gonna go to then it's okay, Kokichi. Please let Gota sacrifice himself for everyone's sake. That's all Gota can do anymore. Just gotta promise Gota that everyone forgive each other and be friends, okay? Alright, I promise. It's time to punish the ultimate bug lover, Gota Kakaru. Oh man, I pissed punched a lot of gross, nasty bugs.
Ah!
That's right, you don't like nasty stuff. No, it's not that. It's coming. What, already? The contractions are speeding up. Any minute now. Quick, hold my hand.
I've prepared a very special punishment.
For him?
Gota!
Hey, please. I don't want to do this. Don't go, Gota. Don't cry, Kokichi. Gota is okay. Yeah, Gota not cry. Gota really not scared.
How can this be?
Gota upset. Gota upset he could protect everyone. Not to you. You can't cry either.
Time!
Sorry, everyone.
Gota love you all.
Idiot!
Gota is so sorry for being stupid. Alright. So they're both dead. Surprise! What a twist, huh? You didn't see it coming. Aw, my little cousin destroyed. Aw, so sad. All that cuteness got to waste. What are you talking about? You're the responsible for this. Why would you do such a thing to your own children? Because they've been acting all buddy-buddy and neglecting me. But I'm never gonna hang this whole parenting thing.
Oh!
Got a minute?
That's why. It doesn't matter. We have to give him attention and give him attention. Anyway, I'm gonna walk away quietly and go mourn my dead kids later.
Damn it.
Why turn out like this?
Got a minute?
Hey, Kokichi. Why don't you tell us now? What's the secret of the outside world? If we don't know, then we'll be able to understand or accept it. I can't accept it either, Kokichi. What is the secret of the outside world? What kind of secret would push Gonta that far?
You?
Kokichi, if you really care for Gonta, explain yourself to everyone and... I don't want to. You what?
I don't want to, stupid head.
Kokichi.
Oh man, did you fall for all that fake crying? You're so dumb! I would never cry for Gonta!
What?
Me crying? If I said the actual truth back there, Gonta would have been real mad. Then that would have interfered the game. So I just let a lot calm down. See? As long as it's for a good purpose, right?
Hey!
What do you mean, what really happened? What'd you make him do that? Obviously, so it would be boring.
Which
What are you?
means-
I gave Gonta an incentive because I thought it livened the game. Come on, think about it. If I actually wanted to save everyone, like
really don't
what
get
Gonta did, I wouldn't betray Gonta. You should have
Hey!
realized that. Why did Gonta...
Who cares about that idiot? I want to enjoy this game filled with suspicion and betrayal from the bottom of my heart.
Kokichi gave us one of his creepy smiles. And when I saw it, I finally saw Kokichi for what he really is. Malice. His entire body. Nothing but raw, unfettered
I am the
malice.
supreme leader of evil, so it's obvious my personality would be twisted. The more you suffer, the more I enjoy it. There are people in this world who spread grief and misery for no reason than the thrill of it. And I'm one of those people. Nothing pleases me more than inflicting pain on others!
Seriously? Who the fuck do you think you are? So for your own entertainment, you sacrificed Miyu
You're
and
so
Gonta?
dumb.
What's so bad about that? You kill people for money, right? Right, Makiro?
Bastard.
Someone like you has no right to call me
You wanna
Makiro.
die?
You look so much better with a scowl on your face, Makiro. But hey, you guys are just way too trusting. If you only get strength more than Miyu and Gonta wouldn't have touched meaningless deaths. Meaningless deaths? Kaito screamed and sprinted Kokichi like a bullet. A dull thud resounded through their skulls.
Oops, sorry. I tried to dodge you, but I punched you instead.
I hate it that happens, you know.
Kaito!
You!
By the way, Kaito, is it just me? Or are you way slower? Maybe, just maybe, Kaito is hiding something from us too.
Kaito!
Are you okay? Kaito come at him, and Maki glared at Kokichi with piercing eyes. For someone who to be bad at fighting, you're pretty agile just now. You really to lie like that?
You bastard.
You really want to die,
Let's
don't
have
you?
more fun.
Oh, did I probably broke enough for you? Is it because of Kaito? Maki. What am I thinking? Maki wouldn't lose her cool for a guy like Kaito. He's way too pathetic. He's all bark no bite. Let's face it, the ultimate mascot, he's just a trainee anyway. Kokichi never got to finish his provocation. No one cared what he had to say anymore. They all rushed to Kaito's side. Kaito, are you
alright?
hurt? Okay, can you stand? Can you kneel on my shoulder? Sorry, my MP's at 0, so I can't use any recovery magic. Hey, are you guys so sorry about this pathetic guy? Pathetic? Look yourself, Kokichi.
No.
You know what? Kaito's always has by his side, you see? No one wants to be around you. You're always alone, Kokichi, and you always will be. You're talking about friends. Friends don't make this game anymore.
Oh man.
Jeez. Boring. I'm no longer interested. I don't care anymore. I'll tell you this. The one who will win this game is me. Kokichi spat out those words and left the room.
Kaito!
Are you okay?
Huh?
Hey,
Kaito. He doesn't look well. It didn't seem like he punched you that hard, but... Did you hit your head or something? I'm fine, it's okay.
Okay?
Don't push yourself. You should lie down and... I said I'm fine. Kaito tried to get up, but... Kaito doubled over, his knees gave out, and he collapsed hard.
Come on, don't freak out over this. It's nothing. My cold just got worse is all.
I didn't know that coughing up blood was a cold symptom.
You're a robot and you don't know that? I'm saying it's fine. Just chill. I just coughed too much, cut my throat or something. I don't know.
As he spoke, he got to his feet. Yeah, that's it. I just need a drink of water. But, sorry, but I'm gonna head back to my room. Okay, I'll go with... Don't follow me. What? I can walk on my own. I don't need your help, Suichi. Kaito staggered off.
Well...
I'll go with him. Ain't bad if he collapses in the way. Right, we'll leave it to you then. Don't worry about it, Suichi. Kaito was just stressed out, is all. Why? Why did it end up like this? I thought I could help. I wanted us to survive. I wanted it so damn bad. I kept fighting for it, fighting for the truth. And this is what I get? By trying to survive, we're just playing this stupid game. Just like Kokichi.
Damn it!
It's almost time. Yeah, it's almost time. This should be enough. I'll end it. Now is the time. I'll end this killing game.
This world is mine. Kokichi Oma. And there we go. That's the end of Chapter 4 with a nice 4-hour class trial. Alright. Well, I'll see you guys in the next episode here where we'll go through Chapter 5. And for the next episode, or next chapter, I'll probably end up splitting the class trial in 2 parts. To not have a 4-hour part again. But yeah, that's it for this episode of Danganronpa V3. I'll see you guys next one. Until then, peace.